Yep, Charlamagne the guy.
Andrew Schulz.
We are the Brilliant Idiots Podcast, back for another week of brilliant idiotness.
And this episode is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. With Squarespace's collection of cutting-edge design tools, anyone can build a beautiful professional online presence that perfectly fits their brand or business. Start with the Blueprint AI, Squarespace's AI-enhanced design partner, or choose from a library of professionally designed and award-winning website templates. No matter where you start, your website is flexible to what you need with intuitive drag and drop editing, beautiful styling options, unrivaled visual design effects, on-brand AI content, and more ways to list what you offer. No experience required. And get that newly designed site discovered fast with integrated Squarespace SEO tools. Every website is optimized to be indexed with meta descriptions and auto-generated sitemap and more. So you show up more often on search engines and bring in more of your ideal customers. So head to squarespace.com/idiots to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain using the code IDIOTS. That's squarespace.com/idiots.
All right, let's start the show. Hezekiah Walker, how are you?
What's up, my man? I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm blessed, black, and highly favored. How was your weekend,
What'd you
man?
spend some of that money on?
What money, bro?
What was your first big purchase?
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
I know what you didn't do.
What I didn't do?
I know you didn't.
No way, Jose.
We're not doing
No.
We're not doing it.
I think that we, I think every episode. All I'm saying is.
No. All right. We're back. And we're here. We're at the show.
Hezekiah Walker.
Hey, Charlamagne the God.
How you feeling, my brother?
I'm good, man. What was that first purchase
can we bleep
you made?
it off? Can we bleep off of that? That was so good. Can we bleep it off?
No.
Can we just start off with I know what you didn't do. Beep.
Maybe.
Because all I want to say right now is.
That's how we start off brilliant. It is.
That's all I want to say.
Confuse our audience entirely.
It'll be fun when we reveal it, 10 years from now.
10 years from now. 10 years from now, we're going to drop it all.
We're bracing for a fucking storm, bro. I've never in my life seen a winter storm have a name.
Now,
This shit has got a name. It's Winter Storm Fern. They always give hurricanes names. I've never seen them give a storm a name, bro.
You think they're getting us ready for Greenland?
No, you know what I think, man? I think that Donald Trump was like, you know what? The ice we got out there now, it's not enough.
It's not cool.
Harp.
That's good.
Harp.
Good. I thought my joke was pretty good, but that was a better joke.
Like harp, we need another describe. We need some real ice out this motherfucker. Okay.
These motherfuckers forgot how bad ice is.
No, ice is bad. Which ice now?
Like the cold.
Oh, snow.
The storm. Yeah.
It's really fucked up.
I mean, they're both fucked up, to be honest with you.
They're both fucked up, very fucked up. But did you know that I've never seen a winter storm with a name?
Yeah.
I've never seen this shit in my life. They're saying like 2 feet of snow. Parts of Jersey, even where I'm at in Jersey, a foot of snow. Like 200 million people are supposed to be impacted by Hurricane fucking Fern.
That is interesting that they don't give the winter storms a name.
My daughter told me...
Where do winter storms originate?
Midwest. And my daughter said in the Midwest that happens a lot. I didn't know that.
Then maybe that's why they don't get a name. Because hurricanes
get names.
They originate in foreign countries. So we treat them like migrants. But winter storms originate here, so they're just a storm and this too.
But we don't give migrants names?
Of course we do.
We just be like illegal immigrant 1, illegal immigrant 2.
I thought it was...
Undocumented... I don't even know, is there another word after undocumented?
Undocumented immigrant.
Undocumented is undocumented. They don't even say immigrant. They'd be like, he's undocumented.
No. I think maybe like the politically correct answer is they don't get names for sure.
The politically correct answer is they say illegal immigrants isn't right because people aren't illegal, which that don't make any sense to me.
I don't know what's going on.
Well, you could be here illegally, I guess.
Sorry, I derailed your point. You said did the winter storms don't have names?
Yeah, and it's just on its way, bro. I don't know what the fuck is going to happen. I don't know how bad this storm is going to be, but brace yourself.
How much colder can it be than already freezing cold in these parts of the country? Like these parts of the country are used to freezing cold.
No, this is a different type of cold that we've experienced the last at least week. They said this shit, I haven't really felt it. I can't have nothing to compare it to, but they say it was colder than Alaska in New York. I ain't never been to Alaska, so I don't fucking know.
I went to Alaska. Alaska was pretty cold.
It was really cold?
It's pretty cold, yeah. I mean, look, Cold is cold. You get to fucking 7 degrees or
Look
0
at that
degrees.
shit, man.
I'm just trying to say, like, Canada is used to freezing cold all year round. When it's cold in Texas or Florida,
Different ball game.
but that because the people down there aren't used to that. They don't got jackets. Like it snows and then the highway gets congested.
Can I tell you why I think this is actually? I really do think this is hard. I'm gonna tell you why I really do think that Donald Trump pushed the button. Right now, this is the brain.
Push the weather button.
The weather button. Harp.
Yeah.
Texas, North Carolina, South Carolina. Why are all of these sovereign states getting hit with this type of cold?
I thought that. Wait, what makes it more colder? When it's red and purple or when it's dark and blue?
The blue, right? The blue would be the cold.
Blue is light in this scenario.
Blue is light in this scenario.
Blue is light in this scenario.
So yeah, they're not even getting that much cold.
No, Chris, blue is the coldest.
No.
This is inches.
Inches
Of snow.
One.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so this
Okay.
is not even really affecting the South like that.
Look, it says Texas, North Carolina, and South Carolina were the first to issue preemptive emergency declarations. Here's the thing.
Because-
You're from New York City.
Yeah, we're used to it.
So exactly. In South Carolina, North Carolina, Texas, in the South, it's not.
Yeah.
So you go down there with a 1-inch dick. You know what I'm saying? You fucking the shit out of some people. Because they're not used to snow. They don't have the snow plows. They don't have the salt. They don't have all of that type of stuff.
Right.
It's just like a hurricane up here. Remember when Hurricane Sandy came up here to me? I was like, man, I care about no tropical storm, a little punk ass category 1. We playing those in fucking South Carolina.
Yes, 100%.
But here it shut everything down.
Yep.
Same thing with snow down there.
Yep.
Now, when have you seen the South, and at least especially the South, get hit with something like this ever?
Civil War.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, but I know that this potentially historic winter storm.
It was snowing white men down there in the fucking South.
This potentially historic winter storm is going to hit all these red states, and who's going to come in and be the savior?
Who?
Donald Trump and the federal government.
Wow.
Once again.
So he changed the weather. Donald Trump changed the weather.
That's right.
Right. And made it inclement in these southern states or these red states.
That's right.
So he's punishing his base.
Yes, the ICE agents aren't enough of a distraction. I need a bigger one, and I can not punish.
But the red states are his states already.
Not punish.
Yeah.
Just dump a bunch of money there. Look like the guy. It's like,
So you think he needs support in his base? You think his base has waning support?
The base is still mad about Epstein. The base is mad about the economy.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here. Come on.
Everybody's
This
mad
ice
about
shit
the
in Minnesota is cool, but we need more ice.
Yeah.
That is what Donald Trump did. HARP. Y'all forgot about HARP. See? Y'all don't even know forgot about HARP. You know what HARP is, right?
No.
They control the weather.
Oh, I thought that was
Donald
a different
Trump didn't
group of
defund them. That's one organization Donald Trump did not defund.
Is HARP.
I'm making all this up, by the way. I don't. But Donald Trump did not. I need to put that disclaimer because somebody will post
Some
this.
people think Chris controls the weather.
Really?
Yeah.
He might. He's from China. Yo, Chris, I've been getting some good video from China. I want a fucking dragon, yo.
Wait,
I know you got the hook up on some dragons, bro.
What's up?
They got some big ones. You seen the big joint? Hold on, let me show you the big one. The big one that they had in the fucking, they said it was at a secret Chinese lab. Everything ain't AI, bro. Look at this shit, man. Hold on. Look at this shit, Schulz.
You talking about the white one?
Come on, bro. Everything's not fucking AI, bro. If that's not AI, that's a good ass movie scene. That's a scene. That's shooting a movie or something.
that's real.
Come on, man.
That's real.
Come on, yo. Lemon pepper white dragon wings. Slap.
You have too much influence to be this gullible.
Yep.
Look, hold on.
Yep.
Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. This motherfucker got a fire-breathing pet dragon, bro. Hold on. Chris, what is this? Come on, Schulz.
Old people really got we got to take old people off the
What
internet.
do you mean?
Because-
This shit, everything ain't AI, bro.
But
man.
Imagine what our parents are thinking when they're scrolling Facebook and seeing this shit and they don't really understand what Sora is.
Nothing gives me more fear than when my mom goes, I was on Facebook. I was on YouTube. First of all, why are you on YouTube? You can't watch The View on TV like regular people?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? So you telling me you don't believe in dragons?
I guess, yeah, I believe in them.
When you go look at
Komodo dragon, right? There's a real dragon.
that's what I'm
exists.
saying.
Yeah.
But when you go look at Chinese astrology, right? Look at Chinese astrology. Every single animal they use in Chinese astrology is a real animal. You're just gonna throw a mythical creature in there called the dragon. Dragons existed at some point.
Well, dragons are just dinosaurs, right?
That's all I'm saying.
Like they scooped up the bones just like anybody else around the world. They saw the bones and they organized them. They're like, yo, this should look kind of like a dragon.
And a couple of years ago, I remember the story where they said that somebody they found some type of egg and they were trying to clone whatever the species of the egg was. Yes, man. Like I don't know why we act like these things are so out of the realm of possibility. We live in a world where it's fucking whales.
You're talking about Game of Thrones fire-breathing dragons. That's
Hold
different.
on.
We live in a world where there's fucking whales.
Hold on, let him make this point here.
Have you ever seen a whale? Bro, can you imagine the first motherfucker that saw a whale and then tried to explain that shit to people? Nobody believed him either. Yeah. A whale?
Who was the first person to see a whale?
I have no fucking idea who the first person was.
Where do you think they were? What part of the world?
Probably Africa. No.
Africa.
No, not Africa. I don't fucking know. Somewhere in the ocean. All I know is...
So is that why y'all like fat white women?
Man, shut the fuck up. Whales are black and white, though. So it's like fat biracial. A fat biracial woman with good credit. Listen.
Jackpot.
In
this economy?
A woman called the radio station this morning. She said she was 5 feet, 200 pounds, and she didn't want to give her a real name. Her name was Juicy. Right?
She ain't never tried juice. Soda.
And then Envy was like, she wanted to request a song. And she was like, yeah, just play something from Biggie Smalls. And I was like, so you're a Biggie Smalls fan, so you just called up here and picked your favorite Biggie Smalls record as a nickname? But
5 feet, 200 pounds is...
But seriously, me and Duval was having this conversation the other day because he always sends me Bigfoot shit because he acts like me believing in Bigfoot is the craziest thing in the world.
It is.
Have you ever seen a silverback gorilla?
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? If this shit is huge like a motherfucker, why is a primate in the woods?
The whales thing is interesting to me.
1,000 pounds, it can jump so gracefully out of the fucking ocean like it's nothing?
1,000, I think they're like...
A ton. Yeah, you're right.
Way more than that. Like a blue whale is probably 10,000 pounds.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and don't
whales are crazy.
And
when
don't
you think
knock over boats and shit. Like,
so kind.
How can you see a whale but not believe in a dragon?
Because we see them.
That's your fault for not being able, for only believing in what you see.
Yeah, why do you only believe in what exists?
Your fault.
Hey Al, what are you fucking dumb or something like that?
But now we're getting into the God territory.
In reality,
you believe in God, right?
I believe in a higher power.
That's God.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen God?
Yes. You see it every single day. All this is God.
I think so. When you see a fucking whale or a dragon, how can you believe in something so all-powerful?
I believe in whales.
And I believe in God, and I've seen enough on this planet that makes me go, wow. That shit like...
You don't think TV is crazier than a whale? You don't think cameras are crazy? I mean...
Nah.
No, hell no, Chris.
Explain to me how this machine is capturing... We have no idea.
That's interesting. I mean, what Chris is saying is interesting.
Just think about, like, throughout the course of human history, if you had tried to explain an iPhone, TV, any of the modern tech, people would call you a witch.
Nah. But then if you saw a whale,
explaining a whale is different.
I mean, like, there are museums that just got a fake whale there, and people just go look at it.
You see what I'm saying? I remember being in Cabo, man. Salute to my good sister Debbie Brown, being in Cabo, staying with Deb and eating breakfast, where she lives at, and she's right by the water. And I remember seeing a whale jump out that motherfucker. I was like, yo, that's a fucking whale. And at the time, I might have been 40 at the time. But so imagine seeing that at 40 for the first time. Imagine being the first person to see a whale. Bro.
Yeah.
Imagine the first person to see a deer. We don't even gotta go all the way to whales. A deer, bro. This shit comes out of the fucking woods, got these fucking horns, staring at you with them big, beautiful motherfucking eyes. Yo, deers, people were so enamored by deers, they made a fucking movie.
Deer hunter?
Bambi.
Oh, Bambi.
You know what I'm saying? Like people were so enamored by deers that they made a fucking movie about them, bro. Like y'all are not, imagine
I've thought about that.
What?
Even with my kids, I'm like, a child's first reaction to an animal is always fascinating to me, right? Because how do they, they've started to process us.
Yeah.
And maybe they have some innate understanding that they're connected to us. But the first time they see a dog, they must be like,
you see what I'm saying?
What the fuck is that?
You see what I'm saying?
But they always like it.
I wonder if it's like a primal instinct. There are certain animals that they're drawn to, and then there are certain animals they might be afraid of.
But kids always have a reaction to animals.
Yes, agreed. They're fascinated by them, but I think like we need to for survival purposes.
People think unicorns are mythical.
Like, for example, my daughter, if you roar, Hold on. I just missed it. I just missed it and I moved on.
Unicorns are mythical.
Like I want to devote all my attention to this, but like my daughter is afraid of the roar sound, right? A roar is a sound.
Well,
Like,
it depends on what context you did it in. Did you do it to scare her?
I mean, no, it's just like, do the polar bear roar. And I go, roar.
Some sort of premortal response.
I think there must be some innate response to like that is a dangerous sound. Like when a dog growls, kids know that that's kind of a dangerous sound, and when a dog is just kind of like
Happy, licking on them. Yeah.
So I think there has to be something built
true.
in there. Also, we got like crazy connectivity with dogs, like over centuries. No, over like what is that called? Millennia.
Yeah.
Right. Like I think that like we've incorporated them in our lives, and they've allowed us to like act more independently in the world by protecting us when we slept. Like,
Right.
Well, what about when you growl at a dog? I did that before. There was one of them little shit shoe shit when I was a little kid. Fucking getting on all fours, barking at the dog, growling at the dog, scaring this fucking dog all day, bro. The dog backing in the corner, backing in the corner, backing in the corner.
Yeah.
Man, I turned my back on that dog for one split second, and all I heard, and from the, it was me screaming because this motherfucker latched on to right between my back and the top of my ass and was hanging there. I mean, hanging there. And I had that scar for a long motherfucking time because I was growling at the fucking dog.
So you were antagonizing.
So it goes both ways. Like he felt threatened, I feel threatened. Like I think even with the growls and shit, it just depends. Because the first time you hear like a roar, you're not scared. You like, what the fuck is that?
No, I feel there's an innate negative response when you hear a roar.
You ever been out of the country and hear some shit like you hear an animal you ain't used to? You're not scared. You're just like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, if you're like in Costa Rica or some shit, you're in the jungle and you hear some random like shriek.
That happened in Cape Town. They was like, yo, I'm like, what the fuck is that noise? They was like, oh, probably the baboons. And then that's when they started warning us about the baboons. I was like, yo, make sure your doors are locked because the baboons know how to open doors. They was like, if you go out, they'll snatch your hats, take your fucking
Have you
purses.
seen the baboons that trade?
No.
They'll take your phone.
Oh, yeah.
There's great videos of this. So they'll take I think people are doing it in, I don't know, like Thailand or someplace. I forget exactly where. But they'll take your phone and they won't give it back to you unless you trade them food.
Oh.
And they'll know the quantity of food that a phone is worth. So you try to give them like one orange, they'll be like, no. And then you give them 2 oranges, they're like, all right, fine, that works. That's some sophisticated shit to be able to like.
Why would you want an apple? It's an apple, especially if they took an iPhone. I'm just saying. Like,
An apple for an apple
how
is
many
kind of fire.
apples is an iPhone 17 worth, bro? Okay. And then everybody like with the.
This is it.
Oh, this is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, them baboons ain't no fucking joke. I saw baboons.
They call this like the Monkey Palace or something like that.
I didn't see none in Cape Town. I saw baboons in where was I? When I saw Grenada. I saw baboons.
I don't think they have baboons in Grenada.
It was some type of fucking
And monkeys, yeah.
I thought it was a baboon. Maybe I'm tripping. It was definitely some type of monkey.
So what is a baboon? Is this like the kind of dog version of a monkey? Is that the
I
idea?
think these are called like Remus monkeys, maybe.
Oh.
So let me ask you a question. Imagine the first person that saw a bunch of them. Like, yo, I saw a bunch of old fucking albino men, you know what I mean? They were small as shit and they had fur. Like, imagine trying to explain a pack of baboons.
But imagine you're the first person that evolved from them. Like, imagine you're the first one in the family that's not full monkey.
Right.
Damn.
And you got to look at your uncles and aunts.
Nah, we've seen that before, though. No, we've seen that before.
How we seen
That's like the person who, like, converts to Islam or converts to Christianity. No, for real, man. That's the kid that went to college and got an education. First person in the first person to go to college in the family. Now he better than everybody. We've seen that. Nah, we've seen that before. Like, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
You think that's how they would have
Yes,
treated
a
their...
baboon that evolved to a human is exactly like the first person in the family to go to college, first person to get some real money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They
Like,
got regular feet.
ah,
And they're like, yo, you still peeling that banana with your
Yeah,
feet,
you know
bro?
what I
Like,
mean?
use your hands. Like,
that's all that is. But even with the how can you not believe in unicorns? It's just a horse with a horn. We see mad horned animals out here right now,
a
bro.
narwhal got a horn.
I'm not falling for that.
That's
I'm
a
not
real.
falling for that.
There's a real,
It's a real.
it's like a dolphin with a horn.
Sure.
It's a whale. Can you bring it up?
Pull it up. That's a real thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Oh, shit.
Stupid.
I didn't know. I ain't never seen that shit before. That's in the fucking ocean?
That's in the ocean.
That's a marlin, bro. That's not a marlin?
That's not a marlin. That's a narwhal.
So
dude.
if that shit got a horn, why is the unicorn so far-fetched?
Because there's pictures of this thing, and there's no actual pictures of unicorns.
I got
You
a
don't
video.
think all
I got a
this
video
time-
of unicorn on my phone right fucking now. I don't care. I don't know what the
So
fuck
then
y'all talking about.
everything could be real if all you need.
Yo, I
Bro,
think
well,
I think there's been unicorns, bro.
Yes, why wouldn't it be?
I think there's been a horse with a weird growth. Why not? There's humans with weird growths.
Bro, none of this shit is far-fetched. And look at that shit, man. Like, why wouldn't it? It's just a fucking horn. It's just a horse with a horn.
It's a hairy rhinoceros.
And we see animals go in the woods right now and they'll shake their antlers off. Deers lose their fucking antlers. Mooses lose their motherfucking antlers. Maybe unicorns are just horses who shed their horns forever.
How long does it take the deer to lose their antlers? You're saying they grow them all back seasonally? There's no way. There's no way.
I don't know if it's seasonal, but they do grow their horns back. If you ever grew up in the country, you walk through the woods. Shit, I do that now in Jersey. I fucking found antlers in my woods in Jersey.
They do shed them though.
Yeah, deer lose their antler annually every late winter after the trending season, triggered by a drop in testosterone, allowing them. Oh, I didn't know they regrow that fast. God
So
damn.
yeah, it's I think the deer antler is the fastest growing substance on the planet, or something like that, or the fastest growing substance on a mammal. Like they've tried to use the component or whatever, the chemical compound that's in a deer horn for like human stuff that they're trying to grow.
Crazy.
What's it called? The
it starts with a C. I know what you're talking about.
right, like
Coming?
I don't.
Is it anything?
Wow.
Is it anything like men? Like after a certain age, do the horns stop growing faster? I mean, stop growing as fast.
Why? What's happening to you?
You know, I'm just saying after a certain age, you know, you
Do you think that your
Good for one
erections
nut.
are as sturdy as they were when you were younger?
the first one.
What do you mean? What,
You know, so that's a great question, and I'm gonna tell you something.
can we just pause for a second?
No, I mean the first.
What do you mean
erection.
the first one?
He means
The first erection, like after you nut that first time, like the second time, once you get back up.
But are you still doing that at your age with
No,
4 children?
no.
Okay, yeah.
No, I mean
I was about to
I
walk
mean,
off the podcast.
I mean, I'm talking about
guys
days
doing
later.
round 2 at 45 with 4 children at the house?
No, that
Yeah,
don't
that's
happen.
more accurate. Round 2 is days later.
Yeah, that's just round 1 again.
Yeah.
Round 2 only counts if it's within the same night.
Absolutely, no. I haven't done that in years. Nobody wants. Once a woman gets to a certain age, they don't want that.
They don't want that. Nobody wants it.
Nah. I will say this though. What you said is so interesting, and this is why, if I had to give one piece of advice to young people, right? We were just having a straight man to young man conversation.
Yep.
Bro, the way we say enjoy the moment, enjoy your erections, bro.
It's like you don't know what you don't have.
You don't know what you're not, because when you ask me that question, I don't remember, because I don't know what I didn't appreciate the erection back then.
My dad used to say, and this is a quote, I'm sure that predates him, but youth, why is it wasted on the young?
Yes.
And you don't understand what that is like
Yeah,
until
man.
you're older.
You just out here 20-something years old, brick the fuck up, you know what I mean?
For
In your
no
teens,
reason.
Brick the fuck up, waking up with wood, and like you're not looking down, realizing how hard that shit is, because that shit just seemed normal. And then when you get 40 plus, you like, damn, where the brick?
Where the brick at?
It's still a brick, you know what I mean? But
I don't know if it's a brick.
oh man.
I really don't know. It's like a yoga mat rolled up.
Nah. It ain't that.
Rolled up.
Nah.
Rolled
nah,
up.
Nah.
Yoga mat.
I still got
rolled
brick.
up.
I still got brick.
You ain't got no fucking brick.
I still got brick. I got
Definitely
brick.
not.
I got brick. I can't lay multiple bricks, but that first brick is a brick.
How much boyoyoing do you have on it? Like
it takes a little while.
If you flipped it down,
Well,
how much boyoyoing?
It takes a while to get to the boyoyoing.
But you
put it like
could,
this.
you got boyoyoing, or if you pushed it down, it would just stay there.
Well,
Will it flip at hit you in
damn, I
your
don't even
stomach
know if
and
I
then
can
go
do
back?
this naturally. I haven't done. See, here's the thing. When
Yeah.
you're young, you do those things. When you're young, you do this for no reason.
All right, here's the question.
You flex it. You know what I mean?
What-
When you get older, you don't do that no more.
What seasonal jacket could you hang on it?
Oh shit!
I know you're not hanging a fucking Woolrich. I know that for
Ooh,
sure.
yeah, Montclair ain't gonna do it. Windbreaker maybe?
A windbreaker.
Windbreaker, bro.
We got windbreaker dick.
Breaker. Oh,
You can hang
we
a,
got the
a Nike
windbreaker?
Tech. We got Nike Tech.
oh, not the windbreaker, bro.
But you're not putting a fucking thick ass Averex on it.
Now I gotta try. Now I gotta try.
But the fact that you're unsure.
I don't know.
You're unsure.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet on that.
20-year-old Charlotte, fresh out of jail.
But see, that's my point. I don't remember, and I'm
Yeah.
sure I'm almost guaranteed there was more brick back then.
Yes.
But I didn't think about it. I didn't enjoy it. You know what I mean? I didn't appreciate it. You know what I mean? Like, appreciate the brick, bro.
You do.
You're not
but how do we
appreciating
tell them to appreciate when they don't know what's going to happen? That's the thing. It's you can't even compare it.
No,
so
you
there's
can't.
no way you could appreciate. It's like appreciating the peak of your athleticism.
Yeah.
You'll never know the peak.
I will say this though. Let me take a step back when it comes to the brick. The brick exists when it's time for it to exist. It don't exist just because. When you were young, the brick exists just because. Like I think about how much I used to masturbate as a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you get older, the masturbation slows down a little bit because you just don't want to waste it. You don't want to waste that erection. You know what I mean? Back then, you just like, fuck it.
Wasted. I don't know about wasted.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the question: when you're jerking off, do you still jerk off?
Yeah. When I feel like it.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is few and far between nowadays. It's
Okay.
like back in the day, though.
All right. Have you nutted like kind of like 60% hard?
Yeah, but that's so whack.
Yo, but
I
here's
hate fighting myself.
But isn't that the funniest one? Because you're like 60% hard. It's almost like your body's like, man, don't make me do the whole push-up.
That
You know what I mean? Like, what are you making me like? Hey, we can get this shit out and get on with our day, or I can really find the blood in your body necessary to get to this day.
you know what though? The 60% makes you think too much, bro. Because it's like, man, am I supposed to be doing this?
Yo, I know.
I'm grown. I'm a grown ass fucking man.
You gotta squeeze your eyes extra hard to think of shit. I used to be able to jerk off eyes wide open, staring at a fucking wall.
Why am I fucking doing this?
Nah.
I'm a fucking. I got a family. Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this when you got a family?
Hey, you ever given up at like 35% hard?
Yes.
35% hard. You're like,
Yes,
we
man.
don't got it today,
Yes, man. Yes, man. Yes, sometimes.
man. You hear
man.
your kid crying in the other room, like, man, we ain't gonna
Why?
get there. We ain't gonna get there.
Then sometimes you ask your significant other questions like, yo, you still play with yourself? Like, you know what I mean? Just to make sure you ain't the only fucking idiot in the house.
Yeah, but we are.
We are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because they're taking care of a whole family. You know what I mean?
A family that I'm thinking about when I'm jerking off.
Whoa.
Not in that way. I just told you.
You're distracted.
Yeah, I'm distracted because I'm like, why am I doing this? I got a fucking family.
I got a family. Exactly. I'm glad we clarified
Maybe now you
that.
feel bad because you wasted fucking lotion. You know what I mean? Like this shit is just stupid.
No, it's bad, bro.
It's dumb.
Also, there is nothing more pathetic feeling than drying your dick off from lotion when you didn't even
Lord have mercy.
You know what I mean? Like you're with a washcloth, like wiping lotion
Talking
off your
shit to
dick.
yourself. Like, bro,
what are we doing,
you don't
man?
even do it like you used to, bro. You just put it down.
You gotta try to left hand.
You know
You're like,
what I'm
maybe I
saying?
got some more of this. I haven't
You used
felt
to put
this
it
one in a
down,
while.
bro. You don't even turn yourself on no more. Like, what the fuck is your problem, bro? I'm gonna tell you the stupidest shit. This is the stupidest shit.
Go.
Because when you get older and you have a family, right? Even if you're home by yourself, you just don't feel comfortable masturbating the way you used to. When you was a bachelor, you whip it out, be sitting on the edge of your bed, let it rip on the car, all types of shit, right? So now you go in the bathroom. I have a bidet. And it's an automatic bidet. So I'm on the toilet. The bidet is trying to lift up, but I'm sitting on it.
Too much.
That's what makes you feel stupid too.
You have the bidet functioning while you're jerking off?
It don't turn off.
What you
Yeah,
trying
it
to
does.
turn on by
No, I got an
itself?
automatic bidet, bro. As soon as I walk in the bathroom, it lifts up.
What do you mean lifts
I
up?
don't know what to tell y'all. Y'all poke.
No. What are you talking
Don't try to pour us out of you being gay. Don't you dare throw that on us. You are jerking
I have
off.
the automatic
some
bidet.
water
As soon
shut in your
as
ass.
you walk in, the bidet,
Starts bubbling?
no, it lifts up the seat, the cover seat.
How do you poop into the toilet?
What do you mean?
How do you take a poop into the toilet if the bidet is shooting water in your ass?
No, man.
Pooping through the water
no,
stream?
no. The bidet, as soon as you walk in,
Yeah.
the bidet lifts up by itself, the
Okay.
cover.
Yeah.
And the seat is there. So then you sit down on the seat and do
Yeah.
your business.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about is when the cover is down.
You're talking about
The cover
toilet
and the seat.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the seat is down
Yeah.
and the cover is down. So as I'm sitting on the cover keeps trying to lift up because it feels.
Oh. So wait, you sit on top of your toilet seat? You don't.
Strange.
Yeah, that is peculiar. You're saying you sit on top of that to jerk off. You don't open up the.
Why would
The
I
cover
fucking
for the
sit? Why would
toilet?
I sit like I'm taking a shit?
Because then
That's how you
when
do
you're
it.
Done, you could just Go straight in the toilet.
Oh, now y'all jerk off in the toilet?
No, but like sometimes.
I wouldn't sit on that seat.
Me neither.
I would never
sit on this.
No.
Also, doesn't it like...
That's what I just explained to you. That's what I was just showing y'all. That's exactly what I'm showing you. So I'm sitting on it, trying to jerk off, and it keeps doing the hydraulics.
But just sit on
the seat
toilet
that's made to
I
sit
don't know.
on.
That feels weird. I'm gonna try
designed
it.
for you to sit on.
Yeah, that's way more comfortable.
Yeah, but not the jerk off. Your penis goes inside of wouldn't that be kind of a weird angle?
No. Your dick points down?
I'm gonna try it when I get some free time and some free blood flow. When I get some free time and some free blood flow, I'm gonna try it.
I'm like baffled at the way that you jerk off.
What's your technique?
No, I mean, just like the idea that you would sit on top of the seat is just so odd.
I can't be the only one.
I think you might be the only one.
No. I can't be the only one.
In your own house, it's so much more comfortable.
I just feel like that would be weird.
No, you're going to enjoy this so much more.
Yeah.
But do you let your balls go into the toilet?
Do you let your balls just sit on top of the toilet on that
but
cold
I'm on
porcelain?
I'm on the edge of the joint.
You're working too hard. You're working way too hard. You are working way too hard.
You telling me that y'all jerk off? Oh, I see what y'all say. You sit on the edge of the seat.
How do you
No,
poop?
just sit on the seat regular.
Like you taking a shit?
Can I ask you a serious question?
Yes.
When you poop, do you first just shit into your hand and then you throw it into the toilet? Do you know how to use a toilet? Do you know the purpose
You
of a
sit on
toilet?
the toilet, balls inside of
Yeah.
it, dick inside of
Yeah.
it, bro. It's there for a reason.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
So you just take your dick out,
Yeah.
and then you do the exact same thing as you're pooping, but instead of pooping, you jerk off. Try that. It's gonna change your
God.
fucking life.
Yeah.
All right, I am. That's wild. Look, what if you accidentally shit just because your body is like in the habit of it?
Are you saying like when you come, your butthole opens?
That would be crazy. That would be wild, bro. That would be wild. That's like, bro, that would be
Knee-jerk
wild.
instinct is like, ugh.
That's like getting your G spot touched.
What?
Never mind. Guys. Can we talk about the Los Angeles Lakers?
Yo, man,
Did you read that article?
I wish I had that much money where I could just admit this gay shit on a podcast, bro.
What was gay?
I wish I had that.
Masturbating technically is gay, though.
You know what? I think that we should have that discussion.
It is.
I think we should have that discussion. We cannot sit here and say that we don't enjoy playing with dick.
Oh, wow.
None of us can sit here and enjoy.
Or you don't enjoy a man's hand on your penis.
You enjoy a man's hand on your dick. You do.
Word up.
You enjoy, and if we're really gonna talk that shit, you would prefer a man's hand on your dick than a woman's hand on your dick.
No, I'm not gonna go that far.
You think your wife jerks you off better than you?
No, but
So who jerks you off the best?
me. But we
So a
only
man's
jerk
hand.
off. We jerk off because our women aren't around.
When you jerk off before you had a woman.
That because I didn't have a woman.
Your woman's always
So your
always
hand is
around.
always your hand becomes a clear number 2, bro. Like your hand is like
Yeah.
Your hand is, even though you want your hand to be number 1, it's clearly number 2, bro. Like when you think about the big 3, that is
Yeah.
masturbation, blowjobs, and vagina.
Yeah.
It's a clear number 3, bro.
Yes, of
Clear
course.
number
It's
3.
a number 3 in terms of enjoyment and all that stuff. Yes, I get it 100%.
But it's only number 1 when the other 2 aren't available.
I mean, sometimes you just want the variability. Sometimes you want to change it up a little bit. You can't have pasta every night of the week.
Nah, I'm taking the number 1 every single time. If I'm doing the number 3, it's a last resort. I remember the first time I masturbated, I cried. Bro.
Oh my God, hold on one second. Hold on one second. You're telling me there's every time before you jerk off, you try to have sex with your wife and then she rejects you and then you go jerk off.
No. I'm just saying that if my wife is there and we about to have sex, jerking off not even a
Obviously.
And I'm never that. You do that sometime when you just like it's like a silent protest. You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying? Like me and my wife been together 28 years. So if we having a little beef or something, and like nigga, you ain't getting no like now you like. All right, I'll show you. She don't give a fuck. You the one in there jerking off like a fucking loser. Right?
With your dick that won't even get fully hard.
Well, this was when it used to.
Oh, and now there's no more silent protest?
I haven't had to do a silent protest in a long time,
Yo,
bro.
have you ever jerked?
I jerk off now just for recreation. I jerk off now for the same reason I do box hops.
What's a box hop?
The box hops is when you working out in the gym and you do the box hop and you jump to see how high you can jump and you got to try to land softly and silently. You just do it to see if you still got it.
Those are called box jumps.
Box hops, box jumps. What
Yeah,
the
I
fuck,
mean, it's just,
bro?
who
like,
cares?
God damn.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I mean, sometimes you do it just to like clear your mind, get it out of the way.
That too.
You know?
That too. Or sometimes you do it as a prerequisite. You know what I'm saying?
To what?
A prerequisite.
To what? Like before sex?
Because later on.
Oh, I'm not doing that. I would never roll those dice.
No.
If I jerk off, we're not fucking that night.
No. Hours later. I have a theory, right? As long as you can do it within a certain time frame. Like let's just say, y'all going out to eat, right? Like you're out of town, you're going out to eat, right? It's 9:00, you in the shower, you get one out real quick because you'll be back in a few hours and it might be time for action.
Are we having dessert at dinner?
Probably not.
My wife and I have a rule: if we eat dessert, we're not fucking.
Really?
It's dessert or fucking.
What's the science behind that?
Something about eating dessert. When we get home, I'm going to sleep.
You're going to sleep, right?
Immediately going to sleep. But if I don't eat dessert, then I might have a little more energy.
Are you at that point where you do naps?
Do we do naps?
No. Naps before sex.
Before sex?
Yeah, meaning like if you get home like,
this
might get home like midnight, you know what I'm saying? You lay in the bed for a little while, you know y'all supposed to get it in, but then you wake up and it's 2:30, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm refreshed now.
I had to tell you this. One time my wife woke me up. She goes, I'm dead asleep. She goes, hey, help me go back to sleep.
Oh, I love that.
I thought she legit wanted me to help her go back to sleep. I didn't realize she was trying to flirt. And I'm looking at her like, is this woman insane? Like, how dare you wake me out of my slumber to help you get into a slumber? This is crazy. Literally, I thought that shit for like 2 weeks.
Man, that's funny as shit,
I brought it up to her in an argument. Like, she was complaining about some shit that I was like, you never put away your clothes. I was like, you wake me up to put you back to sleep. She was like, I was trying to get some dick.
Now you sitting there looking dumb.
Yeah. I was like, why don't you just say you want some dick?
Now you sitting there looking stupid as shit, like a man in the bathroom who can't even make himself nut.
Ain't nothing worse, bro.
Those are some great words. I love those. It's harder for a woman though. When a man says that, women know what time. Like, man, help me sleep. That, you know what I mean? When a woman says that, it's just like,
I thought you had a nightmare.
You know,
I didn't know that you wanted some.
Like, I know what your head gonna do. Mine makes you sleep. I didn't know I had melatonin in this mouth. If I knew that, I'd have gave it to you more often. I had no idea. Listen, okay, let's take a break. This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. Whether you're starting a new routine or making player picks for the first time, trying something new can be hard. But in life and on Prize Picks, it always feels good to be right. With high-pressure playoff matchups every weekend and elite hoops action almost every night, the action never stops, and Prize Picks lets you take control. You should be betting on football this weekend, baby. Who's going to the Super Bowl, huh? On Prize Picks, how you play is up to you. If you want flexibility, choose Flex Play, where you can get paid even if one of your picks misses. And if you want the biggest payouts, go for the Power Play. No matter your play, Prize Picks is a great way to put your takes to the test. Prize Picks now has early payouts. If your player gets off to a hot start, you now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. Prize Picks puts their users first, so all withdrawals are fast and secure. Prize Picks accepts most major payment methods, making deposits into your account quick and easy this sports season. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code IDIOTS to get $50 in lineup after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code IDIOTS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks is good to be right.
All right, guys, let's take a break for a second, okay? Blue Chew just dropped something crazy. Next level, championship belt, gold-plated energy. Blue Chew Gold. It's the newest innovation from the #1 dick hard pill on the planet. This ain't your grandpa's little blue pill. This is 4-in-1, a beast that's getting the gold standard treatment for performance. I can tell you, they're the ingredients in it. They got the apomorphine and the oxytocin. What it is it's going to turn up the arousal and the connection in your brain and body. But most importantly, it's ready in 15 minutes. 15 minutes. That's it. That's your stall time before you are rocked up. 15 minutes. And then you go for the glory, okay? It's faster, it's harder, and you're going to deliver the best that you've ever delivered in your life. And you're gonna get it right now. All you gotta do is go to BlueChew.com. They got a special deal for our listeners. You get 10% off your first month of Blue Chew Gold with the code IDIOTS. BlueChew.com, that code is IDIOTS. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information, and we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast.
The Lakers are a fucking mess, bro.
What's happening with the Lake Show?
I don't know if y'all read that article that
Segue.
that they put out. I don't know who released this. What outlet released this?
Jeannie Buss.
It was the ESPN?
I saw a headline, but she said that that LeBron wasn't grateful enough that they drafted Bronny. Was that the?
Listen, I don't know if LeBron. Yeah, he did say something like that, but I've had this theory for a while. I've said it in numerous group chats with different sports people. The worst thing that has happened to the Lakers over the last 7-8 years has been LeBron James.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Let's have this discussion. I vehemently disagree.
Well, let's talk about it.
Well, it depends what you mean by worse.
Definitely in the last couple of years. Yes, he bought them a championship, right, in the bubble. Great. I'm sure. I don't think the Lakers have ever had a problem putting butts in the stand, right? It's the fucking Los Angeles Lakers. They've never had a problem selling merch. It's the motherfucking Los Angeles Lakers. But in the last couple of years, let's think about the things that have happened. LeBron James got Bronny James drafted, right? Which is great. It's a great story as a father and everything else. But when you're talking about basketball business, it wasn't good for the business of basketball, especially for the Lakers organization, right? That's number one.
Why? How can we confirm that? That if we're talking about basketball business,
he hasn't produced basketball. You got to. Well, if I do a draft pick, right, that person has to produce on the court. If Bronny James was any other player and not LeBron James' son, you would be saying that was a bust button.
Yeah. Well, bust is
not
weird.
Bust because it was a second round pick.
It's a second round pick.
But yeah, but it didn't pan out to be anything.
So this is where we got to define the terms. When I hear you say business, I mean like financial reward. I'm hearing financial reward. There's also like the business of winning games.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, because those are different. Because the argument I would make for LeBron James is like
financial reward, probably yes.
Like when you bring him to Cleveland, for example, like he was generating billions of dollars, literally, I'm not making that up, of revenue for the city of Cleveland. Now, you make a good point where the Lakers are going to sell out every single night no matter what. But they're...
With LeBron, you can sell those tickets a little bit more.
With LeBron, you're not only going to sell them a little bit more. LeBron brings other talent there, i.e., like a Luka.
They haven't won though.
No. That's why there's two things going on. I think the people who own the team, right? They're not buying the team just because they want to win championships. We agree with that, right? Like they also want to make money, that this is like a profitable endeavor. And having LeBron on the team and keeping LeBron happy is worth it because you could own, and I'm putting only in quotes, you can only pay LeBron $40 million a year, whatever the fucking salary cap is, but he's generating your team a disproportionate amount of money compared to the amount that you're paying him. Like
is he? He's a Laker.
But without a doubt, no. You could tell his tickets for more. Obviously, I don't know how much they're doing merch sales. Keep in mind, whenever he plays another team, those tickets are crazy expensive. So he's making the league so much money. These top tier players in the league, especially like a guy like LeBron or a guy like Steph, they're generating so much more money than they're being paid by winning.
The league. And then, like, look what she said. And team sources told ESPN she even begun to turn against the Lakers star player LeBron James. Jeannie privately grumbled. People close to the team say about what she felt was James' outsized ego and the overt control that he and Clutch Sports, which represents both James and Anthony,
they do have that,
exerted over the organization at times. She didn't like that James was considered a savior for a floundering franchise when he arrived in 2018, and that it was he who chose the Lakers rather than the team's leadership receiving praise for landing him. Team sources have been adamant for years that James Camp informed the Lakers as early as 2017 that he was coming to join them when he became a free agent the following year. The distance between Ginny and James widened after the Lakers traded for Russell Westbrook in July 2021. People close to the team said the team had made the trade in an effort to appease James, but the acquisition backfired in catastrophic fashion. LA went 33-49 and missed the playoffs, and James seemed to wash his hands of his role in the trade. Now, this is what I mean. Appeasing, right? You drafted Bronny to appease LeBron. One thing that never gets talked about, and I don't understand why, you hired LeBron James's podcast co-host as the head coach of your organization, a person who has never had any coaching experience ever, to appease him as well. And he's not a good coach. But for whatever reason, JJ Redick ducks all smoke. Why does JJ Redick not get smoked for not being a good coach?
How do we know that he's not a good coach?
Because they don't They don't win. That's why.
Yeah, but I think winning is a combination. And I'm not just saying this because I like JJ, but like I think winning is a combination of being
what?
a good coach and having the right team to
He
win.
had LeBron. He had Anthony Davis. Now he's got LeBron. He's got Luka. He's got Austin Reeves. Like, what are we talking about here? This guy's got plenty of.
So you think
ingredients.
LeBron, Luka, Austin Reeves is enough to win in the NBA right now?
I don't even have they made the playoffs? They made the playoffs once with under JJ Redick, right? Or maybe not. I don't even know. Have they?
No, they haven't.
No, I don't. Have they?
didn't.
I don't think they did. How long JJ been there? 2 years?
Yeah, last year was his first year.
And they didn't make the playoffs last year.
Oh, they did the what's that? The play-in,
The play. Let me make sure about that.
and they lost.
Let's see.
I guess what I'm trying to say here is like the expectation when LeBron is on your team is that you're going to win the championship or at least go every single year. And then when you don't live up to that championship, there is frustration. But I think and again, I don't know what Genie is talking about, whatever. Also, like you sold the team. So like, why are you talking at all?
Oh, I'm sorry. His first as a head coach, they went 50-32, earned the number 3 seed in the Western Conference. They were eliminated in the first round by the Minnesota Timberwolves. So he made the playoffs. That was last year.
And then I think
425. No, was it last year?
And then
2 years ago.
so it's like, so this is 2 years ago, right? But I think what's important about this is that it seems like she's frustrated with LeBron's control. And that's a different discussion.
Control only works when you win. When the decisions you make, okay, you want to bring in JJ as a coach, you want to hire Bronny, you want to bring in Russell Westbrook. When you win and things go right is when the control is fine.
I agree with you. Now, that's not all situations. LeBron was with the Miami Heat. They were a winning team.
And who had control?
And
Pat fucking Riley.
Well, the reason why he left is because Pat wasn't giving him the control that he desperately wanted. The organization, the culture is bigger than any star over there in Miami. And it's probably why they don't really get the big stars, right? Or the stars that do go over there, i.e., for a while it was Jimmy, but then, things start to dissolve over there. But like Pat is in control and he's the one that dictates what's happened. And then LeBron is very different. LeBron is like, listen, when we travel, this is things that I've heard. It's like my family travels on the plane with the team and I have my own special vans and they can get access to the whatever. And my family can go wherever they want. But
that's not unusual for a star player.
Well, it depends on the culture of the team. With LA, they gave him the keys, obviously. And that's something he wanted. I imagine Cleveland, that's something he wanted. I don't think he was getting that when he was in Miami. And I think that there was some frustration about that. And it seems like Jeannie is frustrated that she gave him the keys and then they only got one championship out of it. I think most teams, and I say this as a Knicks fan, would be more than happy to hand over the keys and pay whatever the fuck amount of money that you have to pay to get one championship in 10 years. We wouldn't give a fuck. We would pay any amount of money.
Yeah,
we would give you any amount of buses, any amount of family on the plane. Most teams are Knicks.
No.
Most teams are not winning championships.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. Most teams are Knicks. Most teams aren't Lakers or Celtics.
That's fair.
You
That's
know
fair.
what I'm saying? Lakers and Celtics have an expectation every year to win a goddamn championship.
What I would say is you spoil. And be grateful for what you had. Be grateful for the fact that the stands are packed, and people are paying exorbitant prices for tickets. Ticket prices are so fucking absurd. It's unbelievable. Ticket prices for everything. You want to go to the World Cup games? It's $2,000 to go to see a fucking World Cup game. I mean, Knicks ticket prices are insane.
Yo, since LeBron signed with the Lakers in 2018, 2019, he's reached the playoffs 4 times. 2019-20 NBA champions, 2020-21 first round exit, 22-23 conference finals, 23-24 first round exit, 24-25 first round exit. I didn't even know they made the play. I thought they were playing in the fucking tournaments those times. Do you consider that successful?
I mean, you won a championship, yeah.
It's the lowest level of success.
For a Laker, it's the lowest level of success.
But you won a championship.
Or championship than the Sixers have in the last 10 years.
Yes, that's the thing. It's like
Sixers and Knicks, y'all don't count. We talking about Lakers. When you go to LeBron, like when you're LeBron James and you go to the Lakers, think about the legacies, bro.
I get what you're
Kareem
saying.
Abdul-Jabbar, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson.
Continued the narrative that supreme players play for the Lakers, right?
Yeah.
So even if this didn't totally pan out to the degree they would have wanted, it continues the narrative that, hey, the Lakers are the destination.
Most big fish that the Lakers acquire, right? Keyword acquire. So like the Kareem Abdul-Jabbars,
Right.
the Shaquille
Magic
O'Neals. Well, Magic was drafted as a rookie, so him and Kobe are a little different. But most big fish that they acquire go to LA and win at least 2, bro. And you only got Shaq and Kareem to base it off, right?
It's really more about Luka at this point. Isn't it?
That's the thing. If Luka doesn't deliver a championship, I think they'll look at that as a big bust.
Well, so that's 2 in a row.
Right.
Even though LeBron did get a chip. But it's still like we're bringing in these big names, these super all-star caliber players,
Bro.
and they're not translating.
If you come in and you win a championship, whatever happens next, I think is kind of fine, dude. It's so hard to win in this league.
Not when you're a Laker, bro. And why doesn't JJ Redick get more smoke?
Because he's only been coaching 2 years.
He's a DEI hire.
Ooh, make that argument.
He didn't earn it. No experience.
But none of these
No
coaches,
prior experience.
none of these coaches that win have prior coaching experience.
Yes, they do. They be having college, at least played coaching college, something.
Look up the last 5 coaches to have won NBA championships.
They were assistants somewhere.
Let's just look them up.
They had to be assistants.
I think they're all first-time NBA coaches.
Well, they've been
We're still talking about
assistants, though. He's
Why-
never coached anywhere.
Why did you say last black? Just look up the last.
Yo, no, that's fucked up. That shit says, no, stop. I want you to say something. You take that off real quick. It says the last black coach to win was a dude from the Celtics, but they got a picture of Bill Russell. That's fucked up.
They don't say that.
Yes, it does. Look. Joe Mazzulla,
Joe Mazzulla.
but they got a picture of Bill Russell.
Right.
That's fucked up, yo.
Go. Last 5 coaches win NBA championships.
Joe was an
Mazzulla.
assistant with the Celtics.
But
Michael Malone was an assistant.
Joe was not an assistant with the Celtics.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
I thought he came straight from UConn.
No.
When What's-His-Face got ran out, they promoted him.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Oh, what about Kirk?
Steve Kerr was a first-time coach.
That was the first.
No, he wasn't.
He coached.
No, he wasn't.
Well, he was in the front office in Phoenix. And
No, he was a first-time coach.
Was he? But
Yeah.
wasn't he an
And then
assistant somewhere? No.
I think so. They were making a big deal that he was a first-time coach.
Hold on.
And then he quieted the noise when he got some chips.
Nah, Steve Kerr was an assistant coach somewhere, bro. Hold on.
What, the Spurs or something like that?
I don't remember.
But Charlotte,
when he was doing TV.
Yes, he was. He was
First-time coach.
He was the general manager of the Phoenix Suns,
none of that.
NBA
coaching.
analyst.
It's not coaching. It is not.
It's true.
It is not shocking that a first-time coach will come. Listen, here's the
Man,
reality.
fuck that. I want JJ Redick to get smoked, yo.
All right, well, let's.
Fuck all these. I want him to get
Yo,
smoked.
JJ, Charlamagne is coming for you.
The reason he should get smoke is because he's invited smoke, because he talks way more than most NBA
Yes.
coaches about how his philosophies, what a great coach he is, how he understands basketball. That's why he should get
And he
smoked.
was LeBron James's podcast co-host.
Yes.
So that's yet another, move that LeBron and Clutch them made. Now,
Yeah.
I guess the verdict is still out on JJ Redick. It's only his second year, you know what I mean? But I just feel like he should get more smoke.
So the
Bronny give Bronny so
He's
much
like
smoke.
an average NBA coach. He's not terrible. He's
Yeah,
not
but the problem I have is
solid.
How's he? Yeah. The problem I have with it is like Bronny gets so much smoke. This is Bronny's second year, right? And they're like, oh, Bronny's just here because of fucking LeBron. Why they don't say that about JJ?
They do.
No, they don't.
You don't think that they say that he
No.
got hired because
they didn't even mention JJ in that article. They mentioned Bronny. They mentioned Russell
Can I be honest with
Westbrook.
you? I think we're living in an era where people don't think the coach matters
Damn.
when it comes to basketball. Like I think that like
not
coaches are so transient, and what a lot of people don't realize is like a lot of the choices for the team come from management. So example, like the general managers, if they're involved in the actual team and the gameplay, they'll tell the coaches what type of plays they're going to run, what type of offense, what type of defense, and the coach will execute that. And when they're hiring them, because the GMs are the people that are building these teams, not these coaches that are placed in and out. Right.
Well, that's why I don't mind Steve Kerr ended up being a head coach because he was at least a GM.
Well, I can tell you this. Nick Nurse has cost the Philadelphia 76ers games this year.
But Nick Nurse also won a championship with the Raptors.
Off the strength of Kawhi. That was it.
Well, but again, the idea to hire Nurse, right, was
His
like,
Morey in the...
what's that?
It's Daryl Morey in the front office. And
Well, no, I'm not even talking about 76ers. I'm talking about what the Raptors did,
Oh, yeah.
right? They're trying to find a coach that has a basketball philosophy that will fit the players that they've worked a
which is
decade to
long
put together.
stretch forwards who can help get off the player and then get back and contest threes. Guess what the Sixers don't have?
Right.
That. Guess
But-
what system he runs anyway? that.
Right, that.
So,
But again, this is the whole like Mike D'Antoni thing, right? Where it's just like, okay,
system.
exactly.
Sometimes they have the right players.
But we have to think about it. Most of these coaches are not involved as we think. When we're kids, we're like, I want to be a coach and pick all the players on the team. GMs do all that. Okay, so the GMs.
So that's why Steve Kerr was worthy of being a head coach.
Because he's been in that position.
He was a
before.
GM, yes.
And he might have more control in picking the players, and his offense has obviously been very successful, and he picked the players that work for the offense.
But now you see he's human when he doesn't have the players as well.
I will give JJ some credit, though. I mean, if you come from being a podcast fucking co-host, and then you was 50 and 32.
That's not a bad season.
That's a good season.
You also have an aging
you had
veteran.
a first round playoff exit, but that still was a good season. That still was a good season.
And we are talking about a 40-year-old LeBron.
Right.
You're expecting.
But I'm gonna tell you something, and this is like this is a better point.
With wild injuries too. Like, wasn't LeBron out half the
I'm
season?
not
took so much
anybody
time.
looking for LeBron to still be the veteran. The guy is ridiculous to me. But I will give this to JJ Redick too. The problem with and this is a critique. The problem with JJ as a head coach, if this aging veteran is the one who put you on, you can't say he's the problem.
Well, that is
You can't say, man, actually, we probably do need to move on from Bron right now. I love the guy, you know what I mean? But we need to move on from him. He's a man out of time.
And
You
now
don't really have a position here, right? He's still LeBron James.
That's why this article exists. This is the first move in separating from him, right? They're starting to show the fracture. Someone wants the world to know we're not on the same page. Now,
Yeah.
what I think is real interesting is I'd be curious on your guys' reaction to this, is the Rich Paul podcast comments where he's saying trade Austin Reeves for Jaren Jackson Jr.
I don't like it. And the
That's
reason
crazy.
the reason I don't like it is because it causes unnecessary friction on the Lakers. Because if I'm Austin Reeves, I'm looking at Bron like, yo, what's up with your man?
and Bron
Why your man want me out of here?
Bron separated himself from the comments, right? But at the same time, you have to look at it going, has Bron and Rich talked about this?
Of course.
And Bron is saying, hey, Rich, I need you to put this in motion. I'm going to back away from it, act like you're your own man.
Right.
But there's no way he's going to say something that salacious without talking to Bron about it first. It's not like Rich is stupid.
So Austin Reeves' agent got to go on a podcast and be like, the problem with the Lakers is actually LeBron James. That's who we need to trade. That's who we need to get up out of
Now,
here.
if you are the
And
Lakers...
I know that sounds crazy because it's LeBron.
No, it's not, because it's LeBron at 41 years old.
That's true.
You know,
true.
we're 40, we're in our 40s. We can't even get our dick 70%.
Oh,
You know what I mean? This guy's playing 40 minutes.
LeBron definitely still getting bricked up. The
No,
shit he on is like, because
I'm
we just
not-
on peptides and shit.
I'm not even on the
The shit
peptides.
he
I need
on
to
is,
get on the
that's what I'm saying.
peptides.
The shit he on is probably next level. Oh my God. His dick probably wakes up before him. You know what I'm saying? Dick probably wakes up like, yo, wake up, man. Time for practice. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
You can hang a sheepskin?
Oh, easy. Easy sheepskin hang. You don't think so?
He can
Bron put a
hang
Charlotte on that thing, man.
medieval armor.
Easy. Put a helmet on that thing. Put a knight's helmet on the king.
Do you think he's
call.
on the juice? You think he's on the juice?
I don't know if it's juice. I mean, he's an athlete.
Not illegal substances, but he's
He's on something good.
he's taking care of his
He's an
body.
athlete. Like, why wouldn't he? We on supplements. We going to get NAD and all that shit. Why wouldn't he be on some good shit?
I need to get it on. I'm not on any of that stuff. I'm just trying to get protein, but I need to. I'm not against it. I'm just lazy.
I do. I wonder why Rich Paul is even doing the podcast. Like, I just feel like there's certain professions we don't need that. Like, we don't need managers talking. We don't need, agents talking. Is it entertaining? Yes. But I always ask this: don't do a podcast if it affects your main thing.
You know what?
I can't see this not affecting his main thing.
You know
if
what
I'm a player, why would I want to sign to Rich Paul knowing that my business
is going to be out there in the streets?
Or even not my business. I just respect the business of other players. I don't respect you going on podcasts talking about people should be traded because you might do that to me.
Let me ask you a question. Okay. If you're a young player and you know that LeBron is at the horizon of his career, he's maybe got another year left or something like that, would you even sign to Rich Paul, knowing that Rich Paul's power and influence in the NBA is directly tied to LeBron James?
That's it. That's interesting.
Without LeBron James. Now, there is a version where LeBron could also be part of the management company when he leaves, and he still will have some power and influence, but not close to as much as he has when he is the driving force of the biggest NBA franchise that's not the New York Knicks.
What's the last young player that Rich has signed in the NBA? Like, I'm talking about like young star player. I don't know. I really don't.
I'm just curious.
I mean,
if
he's got a big roster. His client list is crazy.
Of course, but if you're a young player, like you have to make that decision and you have to go, okay, he has tons of leverage right now with the league. He has tons of power with this team.
He's got Maxey.
Oh, from Philly? Okay.
But I'm just saying, like, if you're a young player and somebody's advising you, right? Let's say your kid is coming out of college and he's getting approached by all these people. If this is 10 years ago, you're like, go with Rich Paul. They dominate this league. They run this. They have so much power. They have so much leverage, everything. Right now, you're going, LeBron could not play next year. What leverage will Rich have?
That's a good-ass point.
Right?
That's a great point. But I mean, I think Rich still has leverage just because of Clutch. He is one of the, I mean, the reason the podcast is making so much noise is because he's one of the most powerful agents, you know.
I agreed he's one of the most powerful agents, but he's one of the most powerful agents because he is LeBron's guy.
Yeah. But I mean, he's still going to be connected to LeBron. I mean, LeBron may not be on the court, but LeBron James is going to be an ambassador for the NBA forever, bro.
Yeah, but the level of power and prominence and influence you have when you're no longer playing is like 90% less.
It's going to be different for LeBron.
I don't know.
No, it is, because LeBron is going to be almost, like his career, almost Jordan-esque. You know what I'm saying? Almost Jordan, but not quite there. Like Michael Jordan dominates the NBA still on a global level, bro. LeBron is like right there with him.
Michael Jordan got an NBA, or did he sell the team?
Yeah, he did. He did sell it. Some of it.
Charlotte.
He sold it though?
Yeah.
Okay, so here,
LeBron will end up getting the team.
So here are Rich's clients, right? Where are we at? You want to read through?
I know he got Draymond.
Go up.
Aaron Fox is a big name. Anthony Davis is a big name.
He got Anthony Davis.
Who else they got there?
Zach LaVine.
Lonzo
You
Ball.
might believe in Arenas' kid as part of the next generation. I don't know.
But see, that's what you got to bank on. You got to bank on who are these next generation stars that, you know, Rich Paul has,
My
like
guy,
the future of the
Yang
league.
Hansen, Portland.
He doesn't have the big names in the league, if we're being honest.
His biggest young star.
And Maxey is a stud.
Yeah.
That kid's phenomenal. But
Van Fleet's a big player.
Yeah, I get what you're
Fred.
saying.
Shout out Fred.
I get what you're saying.
I'm just saying, like,
Maybe that's why he started the pod. Maybe he tired of being an agent. Maybe like
Cooper Flag.
you didn't get Cooper Flag. You didn't get Zion. You didn't get Zion. You didn't get Ja when they were supposed to be the people.
and I wonder if. I'm just very curious. Like, obviously, this guy is sharp, right? He's navigated his
my
life
guy.
and
I
his
fuck with Rich
career
Paul.
very well, right? There's no question. You know, like navigating the personalities of like absolute generational superstars like LeBron James is a difficult thing. You need high emotional intelligence to do. Like, you have to give credit. Like, a lot of people, oh, he's just his buddy, and that's why it's not just your buddy. It's like you have to navigate the biggest athlete in the world and everything that comes with that. So you got to give credit to that if we're going to be like fair and honest.
So why are you causing friction for this guy's team and unnecessary drama for this guy's team?
Unless
It's
coming
orchestrated.
from the king. So there's a thing that Chris probably knows way more about than any of us.
Doing that,
But like
LeBron told
you know, like the Boston sports media mafia.
Sure.
Okay, and you could probably speak to this way better than me. But like, the idea is Boston sports media.
Led by Bill fucking Simmons,
Well-
who gave Rich Paul a podcast just to destroy the Lakers because Bill motherfucking Simmons, is a diehard Boston
Celtics
Celtics fan, and he wants the Celtics to continue to be the most winningest franchise in NBA motherfucking history. So he motherfucking gave Rich Paul a podcast just to sabotage the motherfucking Lakers.
Now-
you are a fucking diabolical
Genius.
guy, man.
But what I would say is that like what the Boston media would do is they would always protect Boston sports. And Boston sports were bigger than any player that was there. It was bigger than any coach who was there. And you could speak more on this than I can. But it's not like that in New York, right? New York, you have a bunch of different factions that all want different things for their teams. They'll talk shit about each other. There's no kind of like uniform identity for what's happening there. And you know, maybe there's a version of this happening within the Lakers and Clutch where it's like, okay, LeBron can't kick off, you know, Austin. LeBron can't talk shit about Austin because that could drive down his trade value, right? He can't say this guy on my team is not that good and then try to trade him for somebody
Austin
good.
was smoking shit.
But
Austin was smoking shit this year.
he might not be smoking shit in a way that
He was averaging 30 at one point.
but he might not be doing it in a way that LeBron feels helps the team
This
win.
is the theory that I've heard.
Austin was playing way better till LeBron
They
came back,
can't
by the way.
re-sign Austin when his contract's up. He's a young superstar, a young white superstar. the Utah Jazz, any number of teams are going to go to the mat, and Rich Paul is just being realistic and looking at the situation and saying, you better get off this guy now.
Because we won't be able to sign him, and then we lose out.
And we're going to lose him.
He's right.
So move him now.
And that's
A more cynical way would be like, what does Austin Reeves need to succeed? He likes the ball in his hand, right? Like what does LeBron need? What does Luka need? They got too many guys.
There's a lot of mouths to feed.
Let's get rid of this kid. We're probably going to lose him anyway. Bring in Jaren Jackson Jr. He's a big man. He's just going to rebound, do what he does. More,
But if you're an agent, shouldn't you be having that conversation? Shouldn't those be backroom conversations with the team?
The thing that Rich Paul said is the type of shit that agents say every day of the week for the last 100 years.
But behind closed doors.
They just don't say it on the podcast.
Yeah, not publicly. Right. I'm trying to. My guys in his last couple of years, he's been one of the greatest players. He is one of the greatest players of all time. We want to put him in the best possible position to succeed. Have those conversations with owners behind the scenes. Honestly, you know what's so crazy? Lakers got new ownership. Now that I think about it, he's probably having them conversations publicly because he don't have that leverage anymore with the organization. Because he would have had those conversations privately with Jenny and the Buss family. He don't have that type of leverage with the organization no more. So let me say him publicly.
I feel like this is nothing new. Like whenever LeBron wanted a trade, he found a way to get that out to the media somehow. Maybe not in a podcast.
Listen to what Charlotte's saying.
You don't have that leverage no more.
If you don't have that leverage with the team anymore, right? And the reason why you don't is because you're not winning and you are not the dominant force that you used to be, where you could single-handedly, bare minimum, will your team to an NBA champion, to at least the NBA championships. Maybe not winning it, but you could single-handedly bring your team there. That's how dominant LeBron was.
In the East.
Regardless.
In the East.
All right, fine, in the East. But like, there's credit there, right? Like, so I wonder if this is you're doing this through frustration. You're just like, oh shit, we don't have the leverage with the team anymore. And it makes sense that you don't have the leverage with the team. Why would the team blow everything up so that you could potentially win a championship this year when they got to deal with those decisions for the next decade? So they're going, no, we're not going to do this dumb shit. We want to continue to build with this young talent. And he's like, all right, well, we're going to force your hand. Right. There's a version of that.
That's what that is. That's what it is. No, we just cracked the code. That's what it is. Rich don't have the leverage with the Lakers anymore.
Bron don't have the leverage with the Lakers anymore.
So he's venting on the podcast and using the podcast to get their attention.
You know what?
Basically.
It's all business at the end of the day. Because if you look at Rich Paul, right, he was Ben Simmons' agent. Ben Simmons held out from the Sixers. It was incredibly acrimonious. Mm-hmm. Like, the entire city was furious at Rich Paul, furious at Ben Simmons. Rich Paul finally was like, this guy's not serious. They cut ties. Then they had a situation with Maxey last offseason where they basically needed him to wait to sign his extension to get the max because due to the timing, it would allow, I think, them to sign Paul George ultimately, right? Who was Maxey's agent at the time? Rich Paul. Most agents aren't going to let their client wait to sign they're going to say, get the money right now while you're healthy before. Rich Paul is going to play ball with people, man. Like as hard as he went for Ben Simmons 3 years ago against the Sixers, he hooked them up with Maxey. I mean, these are just business relationships.
Yeah. I just brought this up just to say I don't like all the grace y'all giving JJ Redick, bro. I'm being honest with you. I'm being honest because LeBron gets smoke. Even Luka gets smoke. You know what I'm saying? Bronny gets smoke. JJ don't get no smoke. None ever. Not even a mention.
Well, here's the question.
And why do they attach all this other stuff to Bronny and Rich Paul? I mean, LeBron and Rich Paul, but not JJ Redick.
But JJ can't coach LeBron into not being 41.
Right.
And I think that's the issue. If LeBron was 34 and they were having these struggles, JJ's probably out of there. So LeBron's age is probably benefiting JJ Redick. If they're not winning, everybody gets to go, oh, it's LeBron.
All I'm saying is when the media talks, like you can read that article, they talk about Bronny, they talk about Russell Westbrook. Yeah. People even talk about Rich Paul having a podcast, all being distractions and problems and this and that. Throw JJ in the mix too. Okay, he's a coach that got y'all to 50 and 32 the first year, but he had a first round exit.
I do think having a podcast is you're putting yourself in positions where you could fuck up the bag big time.
There's only one thing worse there's only one entity on this planet worse than an agent having a podcast. There's only one other title that a person can hold that is worse than an agent having a podcast.
What is it?
I'm just saying, yo. To me, list of people who shouldn't have podcasts. If I had a list, top 3 list of people who shouldn't have podcasts. Agents is probably like 3. Then I would say any type of manager in the entertainment business is number 2.
What about a lawyer?
Oh, lawyer definitely should not have a podcast, especially if you're on there talking about my case.
They're too smart to do that. Like a lawyer would never incriminate themselves. A lawyer would know how dangerous a podcast is and never have one.
After the case is over. After the case is over and I win or something, you can go out there and talk about maybe how we got it done.
They'll do a podcast invite.
But yeah,
they'll be a guest.
Number 1 people that shouldn't be do podcasts are keep your...
You might as well say it because we go fucking cut it anyway. You might as well say it because we're going to cut it anyway.
Just bleep, man. Bleeps are so much fun.
No.
Let's pay some bills, guys.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we got to do that.
Let's pay some bills.
All right, guys, take a break for a second. This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or scaling your business, Squarespace gives you everything you need to claim your domain, showcase your offerings with a professional website, grow your brand, and get paid all in one place. Make smarter business decisions with Squarespace's intuitive built-in analytics tools. Review website traffic, learn where to focus engagement, and track revenue from bookings, invoices, or product sales, all from one place. If you're looking to grow your business, now you can get fast, easy financing through Squarespace Capital. The application process takes just a few minutes, and approval happens in a matter of days. If you're approved, funds will be deposited in your bank account in 3 to 4 business days, so you can grow quickly. Avoid the hassle of the traditional loan process and easily access financing through Squarespace Capital. Loans are issued by the Celtic Bank and serviced by Stripe. All loans are subject to credit approval, so head to squarespace.com for a free trial. When you're ready to launch, go to use the offer code IDIOTS to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
And yo, salute to Cash App, man. Cash App is so interesting, man. I have a lot of people who just hit me on Cash App and ask for requests. I didn't know you can do that. I didn't know that somebody can just request money for you on a Cash App. Did you know that? Like you can go to your Cash App and it can be random people requesting money from you.
They probably guessed your name. Did you put something?
Or you have your phone number.
I don't. How would they have my phone number? I'll give you an example.
You're just asking more people to do it right now. I just want to let you know.
No. I'm like, okay.
They need either your Cash App handle or your telephone number.
Bro, it'll be people like this. This guy hit me and said, ask for $20. Breakfast. Please, right? Another dude hit me and goes, man, I just need $35 for an eighth in gym and therapy. Like, these are people actually hitting me.
Yeah, I get
asking for stuff. Anyway, when you get the Cash App card, not only do you get access to a ton of perks and benefits like exclusive early access to nationwide concert pre-sales or discounts on popular brands, but you also have extra security with the power to instantly lock or unlock your card right from your phone in just one tap. If a suspicious transaction pops up on your card, Cash App has your back by automatically declining the purchase and sending you a heads up to confirm if it's you or not. Behind the scenes, you can rest assured knowing your account balance is protected by 24/7 fraud monitoring. Spend with peace of mind today and order a Cash App card in the app or at Cash App or at cash.app/card. For a limited time, new Cash App customers can earn $10 if they use code SECURE10 in their profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Terms apply. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Discounts and promotions provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures. Let's get back to the show. We got any church announcements?
Yes, church announcement. May 8th, Netflix is a joke fest. Jelly Roll, myself, some special guests, a beautifully broken night of comedy hosted by Jelly Roll. I'm going to be on there, and then we're going to have some special guests. You know, it's going to be a very, very fun night. We're not allowed to say just yet, but it's going to be a very fun, exciting night. That's what I would like to tell you all. So, you can go to get tickets for that right now. If we're still in the pre-sale when this comes out, the pre-sale code is Andrew. And we're going to be at the Greek in LA, the Greek. So it's a beautiful venue. And Jelly's the fucking man. And I'm very excited to do this. Yeah. So it's going to be very cool. Very cool.
Call him Big Jelly no more. Jelly.
Nah, Jelly's slender.
He lost mad weight.
Yeah. So I'm stoked to be doing something out there a little different with Jelly. And that's going to be great.
So speaking of Netflix, Man, make sure you set your reminders for this Monday, January 26th, because the Breakfast Club's content will be on Netflix. Salute to Canada. I was on the Zoom with a lot of the folks from Netflix, and they were saying, I had posted that, I had posted for everybody to set their reminders on Instagram, and I saw Canada really heavy in the comments, but they said Canada hit the Netflix line so much that they was like, yo, we got to launch them in Canada on Monday.
No way.
So, yes, America and Canada, we are launching Breakfast Club on Netflix on
Let's go.
Monday, January 26th. I mean, we're going to eventually be in, 109 countries around the world, but Netflix and Canada are the first two coming this Monday. So make sure you go to Netflix, click on Breakfast Club, or type in Breakfast Club, and then our pictures will pop up. Click on it and set your reminders, man. Podcasting is coming to Netflix. Yeah. They got original podcasts now, too.
I saw that Pete's got one.
Yeah, Pete Davidson. I did Pete's podcast. Pete's podcast is coming. But I will say this, and this is just for anybody who wants to get in the podcast space. Please remember, podcasting is audio, guys. Like, if you're going to launch a podcast, you got to launch the video and you got to launch the audio. So even if you're doing original podcasts on Netflix, you still got to have that audio up on an RSS feed somewhere. If not, it's just a vodcast. So you could say it's your first original vodcast, but it's not your first original podcast. So Netflix,
So is there going to be a way to listen to the Netflix shows on audio too? Or they just exist on the original?
Well, here's the cool thing. If you have Netflix, you can watch Netflix shows on your mobile phone.
Yeah.
So you'll still be able to watch Breakfast Club on your phone. But also they have a feature to where you can close the video but still have the audio.
That's what.
So it's the same thing. It's just a new distribution platform for your audio. Just like nowadays, you can go on Apple, you can go on Spotify, you can go on YouTube. You'll be able to do the same thing on Netflix. Because there are some people who actually, believe it or not, go to YouTube just to listen.
Oh, 100%. I think a lot of people at work are throwing it up on YouTube and they're doing whatever they're doing at their job. Maybe they pop in, the video gets crazy, but they have another window open.
Absolutely.
And guys, if you're in the tri-state area this Saturday, I'm throwing a comedy show. It's also a benefit show. All the proceeds go to Food Bank for NYC.
Go to the Food Bank.
Shout out to Food Bank.
We got some big performers. We got Ronnie Chang, Sam Morril. We got Mark Gagnon, a lot of funny motherfuckers.
Let's go.
Just head over to canceledcomedyx.com. Get your tickets there. I'll see you guys this Saturday.
Trump backed off of Greenland. He said he's not going to invade Greenland with force.
Good.
I mean, that's more than good.
That is the right thing to do.
But I think our reputation around the world is permanently damaged.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I don't even know what that means. Because, I mean, it's kind of like saying, we don't fuck with them, but we got to fuck with them. Because it's still America at the end of the day, right? So, yes, right. The reputation is permanently damaged. If I'm any country in the world, I don't trust America at all. Yep. And I'm ramping up all nuclear weapon programs just in case. Not saying that we would ever go to war. Nuclear weapons are what keeps everybody from even thinking about being so sporty that they might jump. Right. Like, you can't tell me not to ramp up my nuclear weapons program because I just don't trust what may come out of America at this moment. You talk about just invading countries? Like, I don't understand. Like, what was so interesting when he said that they have to do it because it's like a threat to our national security if we don't? It's a threat to our national security if you do.
There's an argument for that.
Even just making the threat is a threat to our national security.
Why?
If you're talking about going into another country and taking it over?
Yeah, but they don't have a military that can.
Well, what about everybody else?
I think the argument would be, if I was to make that argument, it would be like, okay, well, would NATO fracture from America? And then if NATO fractures, like, there's a reason why Putin is so supportive of this. It's not because he's invading Ukraine. It's because he likes the fracture between America and NATO because he understands that NATO can't function without America. Putin realizes what I think the European leaders seem to realize a little bit more now at this Davos thing, but they kind of like lived in the illusion for a while that they maybe pretended to not know it or something, but which is like, without America's support, which I think they donate like 65% of the money for NATO, NATO isn't like a functional defense system. against Russia, which would be the closest enemy to Europe. So of course Putin's like, hey, I think Trump should go grab that shit. Anything that drives that wedge between America and NATO, because if America's not defending Europe from Russia or whoever else, then they're fucked.
But then why do you want to be America to have all these European countries click up? Then you still got Russia and you got China, and they all
not worried about
and the common enemy is now America. I'll give you an example, right?
Yeah.
We're all people in this room.
Yeah.
If somebody in this room stood up and swung on somebody in this room,
Yeah.
we wouldn't trust them to be in the room no more.
Yeah.
That's America right now.
Yep.
Are you describing past experiences?
I'm just saying.
Too soon.
I'm just saying.
Too soon.
That's America right now. Nobody trusts America.
Right.
That's not good, bro.
Yeah.
That causes global instability. Like, why? And
Yeah. So
why?
yeah, that's interesting. Talk through that. Talk through that.
That's it. That's how I feel. It causes global instability. Once again, we said that it's a national security threat if we don't go into Greenland. To me, it's a national security threat just even threatening to go into Greenland. Because why?
What is the argument for needing Greenland for national security?
Because what was it, Chris? Because it's close to Russia or some shit? I don't fucking know.
It's really about the resources is what I think. I mean.
So then it's
Also
not...
defense. The Golden Dome, they need that particular area to block off from Russia.
My also understanding is that like with the polar ice caps melting or whatever, there's going to be a lot more waterways that will start to open up, and then America's leverage on the world is controlling trade on. I mean, there's other leverage, but like one of the leverage is the fact that the American fleet can kind of control all these different trade routes around the world.
Yeah,
and if more trade routes open up and they don't have access there, which they could have access to, they already have the military bases in Greenland, and Greenland is already letting them do whatever they want to do. It's a very peculiar...
You know why it don't make sense?
What?
Because it's just a distraction, guys.
But it might not be.
It's just a distraction,
Okay,
guys.
so can I tell you my theory?
My theory is, at some point, maybe, just maybe, people are going to stop bringing up the Epstein files. Because every time they bring them shit up, he goes crazy.
Get me Maduro.
That's what I'm saying. He goes crazy. At some point, somebody's going to be like, guys.
Yo, you know what was
is it
weird?
Worth it bringing up
Yo,
Epstein
and I don't want to leave this, but talking on the Epstein, you know what's weird is like, remember when the Clintons were like, yo, release the whole shit? They basically, do you remember that?
Yeah.
They were like, this is incriminating to me. I want you to release the whole Epstein file. So they put out this statement that was basically saying that. Do you remember that? It happened kind of a few weeks ago.
I didn't know they wanted the whole thing out.
Or they said just release it all,
Yeah.
right? I think that they were subpoenaed to come in front of the committee that was investigating this or something like that, and they rebuked it. Did you see that?
Yes.
So
But
I heard a good theory about that.
think about it. It's like Trump is doing everything in his power to distance himself from it when we know he's clearly in it.
Right.
Like, I wouldn't go up and be like, oh, so you're going to try to embarrass me, but you know you're in this shit too? Like, nah.
Well, he should have to show up too.
Everybody should have to.
Yeah, everybody.
But Trump's the main one that's like, oh, scrub my name from it. Like,
Which is bullshit.
Yeah.
We want justice for justice for those girls. So all of y'all are gonna have to go in front of it.
Exactly.
But they don't get to not go because he's bitching out on it.
yeah, but imagine if you were Clinton, you're like, no, I'm not fucking going up if this guy's not going up.
My statement would be that. So if I'm the Clintons, I make the statement, we will gladly go as long as everyone else there that's mentioned would go.
That would be a better.
Because what it looked like from the statement is, we're not going there, which makes you look wild guilty.
No, I'm trying to find. I saw a good theory about this shit,
But like,
man.
why don't you say that? Be like, we would gladly go, and we would, just as long as everybody else there who's mentioned, and Donald Trump is clearly mentioned, and we will both go. That's fine. Now you put in pressure instead of backing off and looking guilty.
This is the theory I heard. House Republicans are beginning to push to hold the Clintons in contempt of Congress over the Epstein probe. People are saying it's a brilliant move by the Clintons because being held in contempt of court or Congress means you defied a legal order like a subpoena or court ruling. And this action itself often triggers further legal steps and forces the issuing body, court or Congress, to take action to compel compliance, often through a motion to compel discovery to get the information or action they need, in this case, the Trump Epstein files.
I think you can accomplish that same thing while at the same time saying, but you got to show up too.
I don't know, because they didn't want the hearings to be public. They wanted the hearings to be private. Why would you want the hearings to be private?
Nobody has read that article. That's the problem. The point is, like, a lot with this Epstein thing, it's this gigantic like PR machine behind it, and it's fingers pointing. It's a Spider-Man meme, right? It's Republicans going, oh, it's the Democrats. It's Democrats going, oh, it's Trump. He's there, and it's like everybody's pointing And everything you do and every statement you make is either looking like you're guilty or looking like you're trying to avoid it. So with you saying like he's snatching up Maduro or trying to take Greenland as a distraction, people go, oh yeah, I think you're interpreting this. You're like, oh yeah, see, he's guilty. He's trying to create distractions around this. Where when the Clintons don't show up, yes, there might be this sophisticated answer that you just said that opens up discovery, and now we actually get to see all the evidence and makes it public. That might make sense. But the PR game is they're not trying to show up. And if you're not trying to show up, is you're trying to avoid something because you're guilty, especially after they bluffed with the release all the files thing.
Well, maybe the PR game is working because that theory is all I'm seeing circulating.
Have you seen that?
I haven't seen
it.
This just happened this morning, though. So give it a minute.
Oh, so
yeah, give it a second.
Up until this point.
Oh, yeah. Give it a second.
Is what I'm trying to say.
This came out, what, today?
What? Yeah.
Something, I know that they skipped out. They must have skipped out on another one or something.
No. So first they asked Bill to come in, and then the next day it was Hillary.
Okay.
Just,
all right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So that's this. What I just read, that theory I just read, that's starting to circulate now.
So what's the deal with Greenland? It looks like there's a framework where America gets to build bases wherever they want, and
you don't want that.
Denmark has no say in it.
If America goes into Greenland, then Chris loses his homeland. You know what I'm saying? Because China's definitely going into Taiwan. Then Russia can take Ukraine. Like, there's no moral standard for anything anymore.
No. That's not what I'm saying.
What?
The framework that they seem to have agreed upon is that America gets to build military bases with autonomy.
I didn't see no agreement. Did they come to
that's what they started. That's what they started saying yesterday.
Linking, like the details aren't fully out, but that's kind of what
more or less what they're probably going to end up agreeing on. So America doesn't buy it. The citizens of Greenland don't get any money. They don't become American, but America gets access to the minerals, and they can put their military bases wherever they want. Not wherever they want, but in these certain locations.
But they already have military bases there.
So this is the thing that I think people are missing out on. I think that Denmark would have been amicable, is that the word, to this agreement, and Greenland would have been amicable to this agreement before all the hullabaloo.
No. So the issue is, and I saw this is a video back from like 2000.
That's the whitest word I've ever heard you say in my life.
What?
Hullabaloo?
Hullabaloo? The fuck?
I feel like that's Arabic.
I don't even think I said hell.
I feel like that's a dressing.
I don't even know what word I just said.
I feel like I dipped some pita into that last week. Hullabaloo. That's a white word? All right, go.
Nah, but so basically China was already in Greenland, like trying to get access to minerals, and then Trump blocked it. So that's why he wants to own it. So then it just keeps China and Russia out from the minerals. Right. That's the main thing.
No. I understand that. I'm saying the current framework, right, is something that I believe could have been agreed upon without the threat of military activity.
Yeah, but why would Denmark want to not make money?
So what do you mean by that?
With having China, like if China's willing to invest just so they can have some mineral rights,
right,
some mines and stuff like that, why not?
Because they would lose the support of the West. Right. The idea is that if you're putting them if you're putting China, who's, I guess, like an adversary, in an advantageous position to have the majority of these rare earth metals that we require to make all the batteries for our phones and all the other things that we need, that you're putting us in a position where we're going to be reliant on a foreign power that doesn't have maybe our best interests at heart. And America's going to get pushed back to that, and there might be European leaders that get pushed back to that. So what I assume is through...
But why would we assume that they wouldn't have our best interests at heart? Like what?
China?
Well, not China. I'm talking about like Denmark.
No.
Who y'all talking about?
China having influence in
Greenland. Got you.
What I'm trying to say is that I think that this could have been reached without the classic Trump approach, which is like, say the biggest, wildest, craziest thing, and then meet in the middle.
But
right?
I have to distract you from the Epstein files.
Of course.
What are we talking about here? We're trying to make sense of something that doesn't make any sense.
Well, here's the problem.
You know the problem?
Yeah.
Everything Trump throws against the wall sticks. Some people throw shit against the wall and nothing sticks.
Right.
Everything he throws against the wall sticks, and now you're like, fuck.
Well, I didn't think he realized how well the Venezuela thing was going to go over. Like, I think they pitched it to him, and they were basically like, all right, we're just going to go with helicopters, and we're going to hit this button, and everybody's heads are going to explode, and their guns ain't going to work, and then we're going to snatch them. And he was like, you could do that? And they were like, yeah. And then it happened, and he was like, oh, shit, we got weapons.
Yeah.
And immediately after that, he's like, Iran, we might take you. Cuba, we're going to take you. Greenland, I want that.
That was wild, bro.
I think
he named 10 countries, bro.
I think he
and
got
y'all
a little...
stuck on Greenland.
It's like when you knock someone out. Like, after that, you
Why
look
you
at
don't care
everybody.
about Cuba?
Say what?
Why you don't care about Cuba?
No, they taking Cuba.
Why you
bro.
don't care about Mexico? He named 6 or 7 countries, and everybody just got stuck on Greenland, bro.
I'm telling you, it's the confidence you have after you KO someone in a fight. You're like, everybody's jaw could get touched. And I think that he needs to just calm down, come back to reality. But because this is not what we don't want to like irritate our partners in the world. We can have good diplomatic conversations with Europe. We can have a real discussion with Europe where we go, hey guys, I get it that you believe in climate change and it's important to you to be like net zero with carbon or whatever. But if you don't have the ability to produce energy on your own, now you're reliant on energy for your adversaries. If you're buying oil from Russia while you're at war with Russia, that's a conflict of interest. Don't you see that?
Yes, and you know what else? You don't want to...
Real quick. If you want to get off nuclear energy, I think Germany shut down all their nuclear facilities. Now you're more reliant on oil and gas from Russia. If you're just using battery powered stuff and you don't have the ability to make batteries, right? Now you're reliant completely on China for that. And this is not having these discussions shouldn't be a fucking bully tactic, but it should be a real conversation the West wants to have, which is, hey guys, it's great we want to move towards net zero carbon emissions. That's awesome. That's a great endeavor. Climate change is real. This is a good thing. But we have to first prepare ourselves in order to do that. So for example, if you have a babysitter and you realize it's not working out with that babysitter, before you fire the babysitter, you make sure there's someone else that can look after your kids. Be it you stay home, your wife stays home, or you have another babysitter waiting. You don't just let the kids sit there in the fucking cold all day.
You're being way more rational about this than Donald Trump.
Right.
I don't know what
That's the argument I'm trying to make. I don't like the way he's going about it because I think that there is a fair, balanced, diplomatic way to go about it where the West has a real, and I think that people are starting to realize, okay, UK had, I think, drilling rights in the North Sea. I think they want to be net zero emissions, so they stopped doing the drilling. Norway continues to do drilling. They just purchased that oil from Norway, I'm pretty sure. I'm a casual with a lot of this information. So it's just so the carbon emission just changed from your country. It didn't change from the world because you still rely on that oil. You have to find a way to transition out of these things without putting your country in a very desperate situation. And I think that's a fair conversation to have without being uber political.
Yeah, but he's not trying to have a fair conversation.
Yes,
he's just trying to distract from Epstein.
Okay.
I think there are other things, but our policy have moved away from that. I mean, the Venezuela invasion shows that we're doubling down on oil as
plenty of oil.
So, the one thing Trump's this.
If I could just say.
Yeah.
Why do y'all act like Trump's doing anything except for getting rich?
Okay, yes.
Right. And Trump don't care about, we got to stop. Trump doesn't.
I don't like how this is being framed.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying in general. Trump is getting rich, guys.
I know, and it's fucking horrible.
Levels of corruption we have never seen.
And we don't like it. None of us should like it. No American.
Actually, I'll take that back. I'm not going to say levels of corruption we've never seen. Levels of corruption we haven't seen done so publicly.
Here's the thing. If you're a conservative, right, that gets upset at Nancy Pelosi for rigging the stock market for her, you should be equally upset at Trump or his, cronies doing the same thing and enriching themselves, okay? It is completely reasonable if you're going to be objective. If we're going to be ideologues, which is the only thing that fucking exists on the internet, let's just be honest, where you just go, I'm a right-wing guy, I'm a left-wing guy, and you just spout out all the talking points from that party. I get it. And that's the only thing that works on the internet, and that gets all the views, and yada, yada, yada. And then doesn't matter. But the reality is if you see corruption, you can call it out.
You got to.
And that's okay.
And this is corruption like we've never seen.
Absolutely. 100%. And it should be called out.
The first person to get some of the oil from Venezuela was a Trump mega donor.
Bro, Melania Trump has a documentary coming out
$80 million. How much was it?
$40 million from Amazon. Do we really think...
28, I'm sorry.
Do we really think for a second that Amazon is not going, hey, it might be advantageous to do a little fucking $28 million document? Of course, there's a lot of fucking handshaking here that is gross and we don't like it. And
Did you see this article the New York Times did?
I saw, this is classic fucking I just saw the Instagram post where they did the slide throughs of it.
Major tech and media companies have paid Donald Trump $90.5 million in settlement since his reelection.
You guys are worried about what he's getting. That's the most foolish thing.
It's
Like
all
this is like you're caught up in the
Tar gave Mr. Trump
Bro.
a $400 million
Charlamagne.
and he will
It's
use
like-
his Air Force One while president.
you're
and plans to
doing the
take
low
with him.
IQ. You're doing the low IQ
Gotta
corruption.
look
Like,
at all the deals Kushner and
yeah, like
making those
of
the
course.
long-
No. But like just pointing this shit out is like
Of course.
is Charlamagne pointing this out is the dumb stuff.
No, it's not.
Can I just finish the sentence? It's the dumb shit because it's a distraction from the actual shit that is everybody.
We can do both. We're smart enough. We're smart enough to call it all out.
No, you can call it all
Trump
out.
has made at least $867 million through various.
So now
the Trumps.
that's better. Now you're talking.
Yeah. But
So
it's all the same.
So all the people that were frustrated that like Biden put his crackhead son on this board of what is it, oil and gas company, or what exactly was it, petroleum company or something like
Light
that?
work.
What was it?
Yeah. No, but yeah, it was.
The point is the
That's
frustration
how I like my corruption, guy. I like my corruption done under the
with the Nepo baby.
covertly.
But the point is the frustration with that, right? Like, is very reasonable. And that same frustration can exist if you care about America and you don't want our politicians to enrich themselves when they're in office. You want them to just do the fucking job. Like, it'd be nice if a politician lost some money being a politician, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be nice if like a rich guy got in office and he was poorer than before he got there? That would be fucking great. I hate how we politicize even corruption. Like, can't we just be annoyed by it no matter who does it? We can be annoyed when he does it. We can be annoyed when Pelosi does it. We can be annoyed when there's the Somali daycare scam. We can be annoyed by all these things because what they showcase is Americans aren't eating first. All these things showcase that Americans aren't eating first. And that's what the fuck Americans are feeling right now.
You're
Why
right.
are we eating last?
But who ran on America first?
Charlamagne, we're not saying the same thing right now?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay,
but
it
that's
sounds
why
like you're
people are
disagreeing
upset.
with me. Like, I'm just saying
No.
the American sentiment right now is this. I'm making an amount of money. I can't afford the things that I used to be able to afford. Okay? Things get way more expensive. I used to be able to take my kids and my wife on one vacation a year. Now I can't even do that. I got to Uber on Saturdays just to afford to put my kid in
right.
football, in Pop Warner football.
And I voted for you to fix it, and Barron's just getting taller. Okay, and not because of his height, because he's standing on his fucking cash. Barron, how much did Barron? Barron got like 300 out of crypto. It was some crazy number. Did you see the number Barron got out of crypto?
You're talking about the tokens and all this.
I don't
kind of
remember
shit.
what it
It's
was. Yo,
ridiculous.
they're getting paid.
Here's the thing. Americans have a right to be frustrated on both sides of the aisle with
But
this.
that was my point. It doesn't seem like his base is frustrated.
I don't think that's. And listen. I don't know if that's true because I think all we see are people defending him on the internet and then people shitting on him on the internet. I would imagine if you asked a regular American, are they frustrated with politicians enriching themselves when they're in office on both sides of the aisle, right? If they're frustrated by it, I think that you would see them go, yeah, I think that sucks and I don't want that to happen. If they're reasonable, if they're just these ideologues that just go, I believe in everything right. But you also have to understand, like,
And his approval ratings with his base are not good right now.
Dude,
His approval ratings with his GOP are not good.
can we
right
just point out something that, like, this is what Trump does. He is such a gravitational force that, like, the people that believe in him and feel supported by him look the other way at things that actually go against their general very nature. And this is the point we're talking about, like,
That's what's so funny.
But
But his
this-
actual ideology isn't what they believe.
well, no, but I think this is the most obvious human thing, right? Is that when human beings feel represented by something and something very core to them, something very important to them, they have this ability to, like, look the other way at things that would be abhorrent, right? Like,
Think about your favorite sports team. Like when they make a bad trade or have a bad game, you're still rooting for them. You're like, that's my team.
100%. And I think if we even go further back, like, I think it's like why a lot of people felt disillusioned by, like, Biden and Kamala. It's like their handling of Gaza was atrocious to a lot of us.
Yes.
And it was just really,
But-
and it was really hard to see that and not see any pathway forward, not even seeing them talking about the stopping of it, not even seeing them even mention a plan or anything about it. And, like, it was just really difficult to see that. It was really difficult to see that destruction. It was really just difficult to see fucking
He
death.
also told us that he wasn't going to be the president of war.
Sure, it was really difficult. We're not talking about him right now. We're really difficult to see.
Wow.
But it's really difficult. It was really difficult to see dead babies. Like, those things are really difficult. And sometimes, and I think that there's a lot of Democrats, right? Like, not just myself, but, like, a lot of people, I think, probably abstained from voting because they didn't want to support more of that. And then they also didn't want to support Trump, which is a very privileged position to be in. Essentially abstaining is basically supporting the person who won. But I think that is what happened. Like, you get caught on these things. So Trump is an ideologue, and he is such gravitational force that his believers that believe in him will look the other way at certain things. And I think it's important for us, and again, I'm not trying to like fucking preach or anything, but I think it is important to us, like, if you don't see yourself as an ideologue,
But I also think we're not.
you look at these different people and you call them out on the things that you disagree with that go against what your, instincts are about
Then
what
you get
makes...
labeled a not anyway.
But time out.
Well, hold on. I want to hear that.
But you know what none of y'all are doing?
Can I just hear this
Yeah.
point? What are you saying?
All right. I've been someone who's been accused of having TDS any number of times, a million times, right? I'm not an ideologue. I know that. People might not believe me in saying that.
I don't think you are.
But if I criticize Trump the way I have, I've got TDS. And that's the issue when you have, I agree with what you're saying, but the problem is there's not room right now to call out what, in my opinion, is like incredibly blatant corruption, wrecking of the Constitution, threat to democracy. But you're still going to get labeled as an ideologue in this environment.
I think what happens right now is that, like, you have to stomach that, because the easiest way to dismiss you and your criticism is to just label you as an ideologue or TDS. And that's, to me, that's just the opposition and not wanting to know the truth, right?
Sure.
That's just trying to live in a false reality.
Look how Trump's approval rating with Republicans, Chris. And the reason I want you to bring
it's
that up...
higher than you think, because I checked it the other day.
What is it?
At least in the New York Times poll, it was kind of high.
Again, and I want to hear your thoughts on it too, but like, I just think that, like, that's what you have to do. And, Lord knows, like, me, every time I call Trump out, like, people are frustrated about, you had him on your podcast, et cetera. It's like, yeah, the easiest thing in the world for me to do right now is just to become a right-wing ideologue. That would be easy. There'd be security there and everything would be fine. But that's just not who I am as a person. And, like, talking freely, being a fucking free American and saying the things I'm frustrated by. But also, if there's something that is good that he happens to do, then I'll say that too. Like, if he, I don't think he'll get it done, but if he actually stops these, like, institutional banks from buying up all the single family homes so regular fucking middle class Americans can't buy him, that would be a good thing. And if that's Bernie who puts that through, or it's him who puts that through, I support it.
But you know why he said that, though?
Well, because he knows, I assume he knows affordability is the most important fucking thing to Americans right now, and he has to look out.
It sounds good to Americans, but also like, hey, man, I see y'all over there getting all that motherfucking money. And
I need a little bit of that.
Yet. So I'm going to stop this shit if I don't get my motherfucking trip.
That is,
right?
Look.
That was a classic Trump move.
That's a classic.
So look, that is one way of looking at it for sure. But if there is a version where drug prices come down, if there's a version where middle class people get the opportunity to buy a home, like, we have to start acknowledging the fuck shit that people are going through in this country. And it might be a little bit easier for us because we were fortunate enough and lucky enough to make some money. Okay. But there are people who can't buy a home.
Absolutely.
They don't see any upward mobility in their jobs.
I know. Absolutely.
And then they see money leaving the fucking country, and they see us spending billions of dollars on fucking stupid pet projects around the fucking
president
world.
Getting fucking rich.
And then you see them making $1 trillion fucking dollars, whatever it is, and they have every right to be frustrated.
I will say this though, because y'all keep saying one thing that I don't know if it's as true as y'all think it is. I keep hearing people say, like, the base isn't calling it out. I'll be outside.
And they're frustrated by it.
It's mad people frustrated in a real motherfucking way.
People hurt.
Because ever since the Epstein files, and I said this shit, people started paying attention. They realized they're being lied to. So now they're paying attention to all of the lies that they're hearing. You're telling people that grocery prices are down. No, the fuck they're not.
Oh, I see people. I see that. I see people upset about that.
But that's what I mean.
So when hold on. He did stop 8 wars.
Cut it out.
Yo, can I tell you something about that grocery prices shit? I'm not going to name the spot, but like a place that I go to regularly. Some of the people who work there were like, the eggs cost less money now. I looked at how much the eggs cost when they buy them, and they haven't adjusted their cost to the eggs.
Because now we're conditioned to paying X amount for eggs.
This is the thing. It's like
I've seen that with coffee.
So back in the day when we were growing up, a cup of coffee drip, not the fancy European shit, that just was $1. Once we started paying $5 for a Frappuccino, all of a sudden they bumped up the drip coffee to around
$4.50 for a drip yesterday.
And you think it makes sense because we're normalized. So like there is a version where business owners, now that you know the cost of goods have gone down, you got a responsibility to the people too. Like the people were paying more than they could afford because they needed to eat. Now that it's cheaper for you, bring it back to the regular price.
Yeah, but this just came out yesterday, guys. American families paid $310 more for groceries in 2025 than the previous year, according to a new report, despite messaging from the Trump administration that food affordability pressures are easing. By the way, I don't even got a motherfucking. I didn't even have to read that report to know that because I pay for groceries. You know
bro, this is the thing that people don't realize.
And by the way, that's the same mistakes Biden made. Same mistake Biden made, telling people that things are okay when we're here. We go to the grocery store every freaking day. You can't continue to pee on my head and tell me that it's motherfucking raining, even if it's a Russian prostitute doing it. And also, and also, we gotta do some math because I gotta go. But this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy on a different level, bro.
This is why I think people are starting to realize like the allure of Mamdani, right? It's like, it's not like, oh, we need socialism, oh, we need communism. That's not what these kids are addicted to. Like, it's not like every one of them has been turned into a communist at these college institutions that they go to. That's not what this is. This is downstream from going, I can't afford my rent. What the fuck is going on? How are there people out here making billions of dollars and then you don't even put the heat on during the coldest week of the year?
I don't like you giving Mamdani credit for this.
Why? Because
I know for a fact, I've been on this podcast for the longest saying Americans care about two things: having more money in their pocket and feeling safe.
I agree.
If you are a politician who can make American people feel that, you are good money.
That's what Trump.
Even like, go get you one. If you want to pocket 1.4.
That's what Trump. So here's the thing: that's what Trump ran on. But that's what Trump ran on. He ran on affordability, right?
Yes.
Now it's not being executed. But I think that's why Trump didn't rebuke Mamdani in the office. I think that's why he cozied up to him, because he's like,
you want to get a little bit of that.
He goes, I can't bully the guy who's literally trying to give the people, and very well might give the people, the affordability that I keep talking about.
Well, he did say when the Democrats talk about it, it's bullshit. He said when the Democrats...
Of course he said it. Yeah, of course, this is the ideologue bullshit.
You know, there's this fake narrative that the Democrats talk about, affordability. They just say the word. It doesn't mean anything to anybody. You just say it. Affordability. I inherited the worst inflation in history. There was no affordability. Nobody could afford anything. The prices were massively high. Do you remember when we took over eggs? You did a great job on that, Madam Secretary. Agriculture, Brooke. Eggs were 4 or 5 times higher than they had ever been. They said, don't order eggs for Easter at the White House. And we ended up doing it, and we got the egg prices way down, lower than what they were before. But the word affordability is a con job by the Democrats.
But the point is like, people are hurting, they need some help, and if they don't foresee it anywhere else, they will go to government. Mm-hmm. And if you don't want it to come from government, you have to create something that allows them to alleviate a little of that pressure. And I wish I could prescribe the exact thing right now. Obviously, I can't. I don't know if any of you guys can. Which is?
Money!
But we can't print more of that shit.
Yes, you can.
No, we can.
No. Make it fucking rain.
We can steal it from Venezuela.
You know what I mean? Already.
Might as well, listen.
500 million.
Trump's quote yesterday. Usually they say he's a horrible dictator type person. I'm a dictator. But sometimes you need a dictator.
Usually they say he's a horrible dictator type person. I'm a dictator. But sometimes you need a dictator.
What the fuck?
He should be out of here just on that. It's game over.
What the fuck, yo?
At least the America I grew up in.
This is the thing.
I don't know what this America is.
He's scared because that's why he's like, if they lose the midterms, they're going to impeach him again. He knows.
I think that would be a waste of time.
This is the thing where like...
I think that would be a waste.
This is the thing
Unless
where...
they can actually impeach him and get him out. I think that would be a waste of time. But you know, the other thing I thought about, and I do have to go. The other thing I thought about is the reason I'm also glad the Greenland thing didn't happen. If the military went into Greenland, wouldn't that tell us that our military is compromised?
Why?
Because it's unlawful. It's unlawful. It's against international law. It's against constitutional law. It would be an unlawful order.
Yeah, but he would find a way to mask it to make it seem like,
no, the military is not stupid. They're not dumb. Like,
I mean, they did that with Venezuela.
I mean, they did that with weapons of mass destruction too. But this would be completely different. Like all intel and all intelligence says there's no reason to go into Greenland.
Yeah, but Venezuela, like there was no Congress approving that.
That wasn't a war though. That wasn't an invasion.
I think you're being.
It was people on the ground.
No, that's not they didn't invade Venezuela. They went and for a particular mission. This was be an invasion of Greenland.
I think you're being naive to how global politics really works.
Tell me.
I think that there are these rules set out, and they are really on a global scale.
But invading Greenland is against international law.
Can I just point it out?
Yeah.
There are these rules set out, and they're on a global scale enforced, and I put that under quotes, by America. Meaning, if America is not going to enforce it, you can do whatever you want, i.e., Russia, Ukraine. What Russia, Ukraine did is wrong, but America hasn't enforced it, therefore it's happened. So if we are the enforcer of the world, and that is something that Europe subscribed to when we pay 65% of NATO or whatever it is, and we don't follow our own rules, who's going to enforce our own rules?
But isn't this unprecedented because it's invading Greenland?
I'm not saying it's right.
It's a NATO ally.
I feel like you're thinking I'm defending it, which I'm not defending. I've already said very clearly I'm against this type of stuff. I think you can do it through diplomatic relations, I would hope, right? And make it advantageous to everybody. Like, I like having good relationships with Europe. Like, I want that, right? But what I'm saying is, if we are the person, if we are the body that enforces the rules, and we are not willing to enforce them on ourselves,
right?
Then who would?
But this would be America policing America. This is the American military saying no.
That's Congress has got to do that. The military's never.
Well, the military.
So that's another reason. If you're bypassing Congress, right? And if Congress is saying there's no reason to go in Greenland, which they've said, and if the military still decided to say fuck Congress, I'm listening to the president, wouldn't that mean the military's compromised?
Sure.
Well, the military.
I mean, they had some good ass food at that fucking meeting they had with the generals and admirals a few months ago.
They have to follow orders.
Yeah, the military follows the orders of the president.
Not unlawful orders.
Well, now we get into bogged down.
Well, we get into constitutional law, guys.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
What?
Well, what they would say is there's like I forget the exact name of it, but there's like a 60-day clause where you can enact certain policies, and then in that period of time, you have to get them approved by Congress. The idea is like, if a country attacks us, do we really get every senator and every congressman in the building and then have a vote and decide what we're going to do? No, sometimes you need to act fast, but there is a window in which you would view that thing as a constitutional or unconstitutional act. And I think the real point...
The military does have the right to say no, though. The military can say no if they feel like it's...
They're not going to do that. I mean, what you need is some shit like Bush did and Cheney did with Iraq, where they...
It's never really a war.
They come up with some convoluted excuse, and they give testimony, and they have the yellow cake and all that bullshit, and then everybody eventually goes through with it. You know, maybe Trump doesn't feel like he even has to go through that sort of...
No, he's not going to get... Charade. He's not going to try to get congressional approval. No.
But I don't think you can expect the military... Because you almost don't want that, because if the military...
You don't want the military saying no to an unlawful order?
Then the military is going to fracture. That's how you get civil war.
And then who decides what's lawful?
Yeah.
Oh, we're fucked.
Yeah. It must have to be somewhere.
Yeah, I got to go. Listen, as always, I'm sorry, man. We'll do Asking Idiots next week. But as always, if you listen to this podcast, you think we're smart, you think we're intelligent, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. But if you listen to this podcast and think we're just a couple idiots who don't know shit, you're right too. It's the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Thank you for listening.